State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And welcome to Midtown Detroit, day 2 of the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic, along with my broadcast partner, Grant Perry. My name is Sean Belegian. And Grant, before we look ahead to the great action today, boy, we had some great action last night. How about Southgate Anderson over Trenton?
Yeah, what a shootout. I mean, Trenton looks like they were going to pull away the whole game late in the fourth quarter. Jackson Shades, quarterback for Southgate Anderson, throws a touchdown pass to win the game to Isaiah Davison. What an end to that game.
And the Pilots from Warren D. LaSalle, 3 touchdowns in the second half yesterday, all courtesy of Anthony Batante.
Yeah, Davison goes into the first half up 3-0. They come out in the second half, a different team. Anthony Batante for De La Salle takes it away. 3 touchdowns. They end up winning that game late.
Well, before we talk about our first game here today, and it's a big one, we got to talk about the heat. It is warm today. There's no doubt about that. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Hydrate. I'm already sweating and I'm not playing, but you got to hydrate. Do it a week prior. Get some pickle juice in there. Just prepare.
Well, Belleville, Clarkston. What more needs to be said? Let's start with Belleville. And when you talk about Belleville, Grant, you talk about one player to be sure.
Yeah, one guy, Bryce Underwood. I mean, Gatorade player, Michigan Player of the Year last year, coming into the senior season 40-2, 141 touchdowns in his career already. Hasn't played a snap of his senior season. Excited to see what he brings this year.
And certainly Clarkston not to be undone. One of those brands all across the state. This is a team that loves to play in games like this.
Yeah, and they've turned the obstacle that is Bryce Underwood into a challenge. They're excited to play him, and they're prepared for this. They play in the OAA Red, which is one of the hardest divisions in Michigan. You got Lake Orion, you got West Bloomfield, and Harper Woods, who are all contenders every year.
Should be a fantastic game. Don't you go anywhere. We'll have all the action for you right here with our friends from WDIV Channel 4 and, of course, State Champs.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnenbogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Time is running out to get the biggest Labor Day discount ever at Gardner White. Take an extra 30% off everything, and this Sunday only. Sofas price cut to $295. Lazy Boy only $395. Queen beds slashed to $295. And no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. The best deals in Detroit are at Gardner White with an extra 30% off. Final Sunday 11 to 8.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
And welcome in once again to Midtown Detroit, along with my broadcast partner, Grant Perry, of course, former Brother Rice Warrior, Michigan Wolverine, and the best crew in the business, including some of our friends from Local 4 here tonight. Can't thank them enough for being a part of this. My name is Sean Belegian, and Grant, we got a dandy to start this one. The term brand is a word that's thrown around, but I think brand is what applies to both of these teams, both of these schools, when you talk about Belleville taking on Clarkston.
Yeah, both of them have their unique DNA and their foundation in which they're built upon. Right now, Belleville has obviously been a powerhouse for the past 4 seasons, led by Bryce Underwood, number 1 player in the nation, number 1 player in Michigan, going on to LSU here next year. And then you look at Clarkston, they're hardworking, gritty team that counts on all 11 people on each side of the ball day in and day out to come through and help this team be successful. And a couple guys to keep an eye out for is the Bash Bros, the Bowman twins, Lucas and Griffin. Those guys are going to be running the rock hard today.
I think you've seen those helmets up close and personal somewhere before. I can't quite place it. Either way, good luck to Michigan tomorrow, opening their season as defending national champions. But, hey, Clarkston, like I said, one of those programs, they live for moments like this. They seem to up their game. You brought it up in the pregame show, playing in the OAA.
Underwood and all these seniors, about 35 of them, according to Coach, they're ready to go. They're excited. Every one of the starters here on Belleville, offense and defense, is a senior. These guys are experienced, ready to go, and add a little bit of fuel on top of the fire. They're trying to come back and win it all this year.
Well, and you saw just a moment ago, if you were wondering who that guy is with the LSU logo on the back of his helmet, as Grant Perry mentioned, that is all-world, and I do mean that, all-world quarterback Bryce Underwood, who is going to be going down to LSU. Speaking of LSU, you and I were just talking about Baton Rouge a few minutes ago. The humidity here is, well, it's kind of like Baton Rouge. It's warm, it's humid down here in Midtown Detroit.
Yes, it is. I mean, it is hot, ready to go. Like you said early on, these kids have, better have brought their fluids and hydrated properly, because cramps are going to be an issue today if you didn't.
Of course, you've got the Belleville Tigers sitting there, unfortunately for them, in those black jerseys. Clarkston with that winged helmet that Grant had one of those himself for a few years as a member of the Michigan Wolverine football team, and white jersey, white pants. We are going to get this underway in just a moment. Of course, one of the things that you want to do before each and every game here in the great state of Michigan is acknowledge our national anthem. Well, we are moments away from kickoff here. So glad you could join us. If you're watching on Game Time Live, you're watching thanks to our friends at Local 4. Really appreciate all the great folks at WDIV. Of course, the third member of our broadcast team will be checking in with very shortly, Carol Lyles. I want to give a shout out to her moms. I think, Grant, you and I know this. Moms are the smartest people in every house. That's just the way it is. I acknowledge it in my house. There's no doubt about that. Kara's mom said, why don't you bring an umbrella? So Kara's down there with an umbrella right now to help protect her from the sun. So Kara's mom, we give a shout out to you and acknowledge you as the smartest person in the home. No doubt about it. Clarkston is going to receive this. Belleville will be kicking to the north end zone. Just to put this in perspective for you, ladies and gentlemen, kicking towards the venerable, legendary Fisher Building. I've broadcast many games down here with Wayne State and, of course, here with some of the prep action, and this is just a really cool venue. And, Grant, I'll tell you something, especially once the weather gets colder down here, the wind tunnels down here, you never know which way the wind's going to blow. It's amazing. Some stadiums are like that. This is definitely one of them.
That's an interesting thing to keep in mind, especially here. Yesterday we saw some field goals go in, some field goals get missed. It's something to keep in mind, especially here later on throughout this day.
You can always tell with the flags at both ends of the end zone, sometimes the flag is blowing one way on a college football Saturday afternoon, and the other end zone, it's blowing the other way. But we are about to get this one underway. Belleville kicking off far side of the field. That's going to go out of bounds. Flag is thrown. And we'll see what this Clarkston offense can bring to the table. Coach Pincher always excited about his team. And getting ready to get this one started. Another new era for the Clarkston Wolves. And as I mentioned, they have really, with their sophomore quarterback, they have really done a good job of becoming one of those brands over the past few years. It doesn't matter, names change, guys move on. One thing remains, the Clarkston Wolves are a tough team to play against. So here we go. Two receivers split. Far side, one near side in motion. Shotgun formation, going to hand it off on the jet. Trying to get outside, nothing doing. Great pursuit there. Make no mistake about that. Belleville all over it. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. I would be remiss if I didn't bring these starting lineups up because our graphics team did such a great job with that. Props to these guys. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's professional stuff, boys. Way to go. Wazenko, of course, the new starter, a sophomore quarterback. Not easy as a sophomore, but, Grant, I think it's a testament to his talent.
Absolutely, yeah. They're trying to replace Brady Collins. He ended up transferring to Chippewa Valley, who was their starting quarterback last year, and they give him the reins here to Alex Washenko. And, it is a battle. Him and Mick Mahaffey, both the sophomores, both young guys, really battled it out this fall camp, and Alex Washenko came out on the top here. And excited to see what he does for his first start in the sophomore season.
Shotgun again for Washenko. Two receivers split far side, one near side. Awaits that snap. Hands it off, try the middle. Boy, again, Belleville just really asserting themselves up front. It looked like there was a little hole, Grant, and that hole closed very, very quickly.
Yeah, that hole closed quickly, and Clarkston's going to have to take advantage of these holes when they do open, and every opportunity they do get to succeed and try to move that ball forward, they're going to have to take advantage of. They got a really good linebacking core and a good secondary here on this Belleville defense, looking to really fly around to that football and try to create turnovers.
Washenko runs into the huddle after coming to the near side of the field. Got on the west side of the field, Clarkston. Far side of the field, the east side, Belleville. 4 receiver set this time. Receiver in motion, wide side to the near side. Trips near side, rolling near side. Washenko's going to tuck it up and run. Takes a big hit, bounces off of one, bounces off of another. Heck of a run there, but he's going to be about 3 yards short, and it should be a punting situation for Clarkston.
Yeah, and you're going to see that a lot today, getting Alex Washenko on the edge, on the perimeter, whether that's in the run game or in the pass game. They want to just get him on the perimeter. It does a couple of things. One, it allows you to see the picture. If the receivers are open, you're already running towards them, being able to throw a good ball. And two, it allows you to, if the throw's not there, to get on the ground and get your legs running and turn upfield. Alex Washenko there. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it here.
Well, are they going for it? Going to try to get him jump off? Let's see. No, they're going for it. Handoff. A lot of space, and what a gutsy call by Justin Pinter and the staff. And the Wolves pick up a first down.
And, they know what kind of contest they're in. Clarkston, that is. They know what kind of team is on the other side of the ball. It's Belleville. They understand that Belleville is going to be able to push that ball on offense. So why not on defense? Take a chance, right? Early in the game, they think that they're going to punt. Why not go for it? Why not set the tone? Let your players know, hey, we trust in you. Go get that first down. They did that. Clarkston's still moving here.
I think we can revisit that third down run by Washenko as well. It could have been a 2-yard gain, but the kid never gave up on it. Led to that opportunity on fourth down. Let's see what they do here. Fresh set of downs, 2 receivers split near side. Washenko in that shotgun formation. Sends another man in motion. Going to give it to him on the jet. Trying to get outside. No, sir. Boy, the team speed from Belleville really blowing that up. Not giving them a chance to get that play developed. That is number 3, Desmond Yarborough, who literally blew that up. Doesn't get credit for a tackle, but blew the play up.
Yeah, he got back there and caused the runner to have to turn upfield and turn it into his help. Number 51, Deshaun Murray, ended up bringing him down on the jet sweep there. Belleville talking to them this week, they were ready for the jet sweep, saying that was a big emphasis in practice. Clarkston likes to hit the perimeter runs, so be ready to see if Clarkston and Belleville go back and forth in that outside perimeter run battle. 2nd
and 9, 2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Washenko once again in that shotgun formation. Going to keep it on the ground. Try the near side of the field. A little space out there, not a whole heck of a lot. And then that big black wall pushes him back after a gain of 3, setting up a 3rd and long.
And number 1, Lucas Bowman, brother to Griffin Bowman. Griffin Bowman picked up that first down in that 4th down conversion, number 38. Lucas Bowman, twin brother, known as the Bash Bros, both captains as juniors. And that says a lot. We're talking to Coach Pinter. He said, I can't remember the last time we had juniors as captains. That just goes to show how well and mature they are for their age and their play style and what they bring to that Clarkston offense and team.
Big statement there, no doubt about that. Couple of juniors. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Should be a passing down. That's what we thought last time. Washenko put together a spirited 7-yard run. This time, back to pass. Has time, fires far side of the field, completes it, but tackled immediately. Great coverage out there by Marquise Peoples Jr., the senior DB wide receiver. Decision time again for Clarkston. This looks to be a 4th and we'll call it about 4.
Yeah, that was a good rally to the ball right there by Marquise Peoples. Good throw by Alex Washenko, put it on the receiver's outside shoulder. It allowed him to turn up, but Marquise Peoples and that speed was able to close the gap, tackle him for no gain there, leaving them with the 4th down and 4 here.
Clock running. 7:15 to go here. Looks like they're going for it again. 4th and 4, just into Belleville territory. Belleville showing blitz. Nope, just a pooch punt. Short punt. Taken at the 18-yard line. Makes one man miss. Tries to get out of danger at the 25. Push back. Gets back outside and pushed out of bounds up around the 27-yard line. So that's a return of 9, and here he comes. Again, arguably the most recruited player in the nation, and that's a big statement, but Grant Perry, you could make that argument for Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, absolutely. You go down his resume, and there's not a lot of things he hasn't done or hasn't accomplished. And we'll get through his resume as this game goes on. But one of the key points that I took away from Coach was, as good of a player as he is, and as generational of a talent he has, he's an even better person and an even better leader. And that's what you want to hear out of your leaders and your playmakers. So that's good to hear that he's got a good head on the shoulders.
40-2 as a starter. My goodness, you brought that up. That is incredible. Going to keep it on the ground to start. Draw. Little space up front. Good, hard run. Looked like there wasn't a lot of space there, kind of creating some space out there. Why don't we throw it down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Kara Lyles. Kara?
Hey, guys. Well, yeah, like you just mentioned, Bryce Underwood sits as the number 1 recruit in the nation, set up to attend LSU next fall. But the one thing that really stands out is his ability to be a leader. With talking with both head coaches earlier, there's so much respect that goes around for Bryce. Coach Pinter from Clarkston even said, one day my kids might be able to tell their kids and their grandkids that, you know what, I played against Bryce Underwood when I was in high school. So safe to say he has earned the respect of so many here in the state of Michigan, but around the country as well, guys.
Great stuff, Kara. Keep cool down there. Shout out to your mom for the umbrella idea.
Shout out, Mom.
Raymond Smith Jr. with a first down run. Fresh set it down for Belleville. Underwood sends a man in motion. Throws. Look at that. On the money. Makes a cut. First down into Clarkston territory. Boy, just so effortlessly throws the ball, Grant. Every time I see him, he just makes it look so easy.
It's smooth, and the offense that they're running, it really fits his play style. He's an athletic quarterback that can make throws and make reads and read defenses. Right there, that's an RPO. It was going to be a jet sweep to Adrian Walker, number 2, but Bryce sees that the cornerback was off coverage, pulls it, throws it to Antoine Thomas for the first down.
First down here. Oh, look, a little miscommunication. Ball loose. Clarkston falls on it. Oh, are they going to call that a shovel? I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Let's wait and see. It is. They're going to call that a shovel. Boy, let's take a look at the replay. Coach Perry, tell me what you think.
Yeah, let's look at it. So shovel pass means that you're going to be pushing it forward, and that is a shovel pass. When you go ahead and toss it in front of you to a receiver or a halfback, you're essentially throwing a pass. It's not a fumble if he drops it, which makes it a safe type of handoff, a pitch essentially. But they saved themselves right there from a big mistake. But good call on the field. That is essentially a incomplete pass.
Yeah. Almost looked like it was a miscommunication between the players, but you're right. Great job on the replay by the boys and your Hawkeyes to figure out, yes, indeed, that was a shovel pass. We've got a player down on the field. Let's hope, again, that it is Cramps. I did not see the number. I can't see from here. I apologize. He's getting up right now. I believe it's 78. It is. Can't tell. I'm not even going to speculate. There. Can't stand the doctor stuff. Let's hope he's okay. Nice. Always nice to see guys get up under their own power, though. So 2nd and 10 for this Tiger offense. Just into Clarkston territory. No score, 5:52 to go here in this first quarter. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. Belleville, Clarkston. What more needs to be said? Certainly 2 storied programs in recent year. Underwood looking over that defense. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side. Claps his hands. Direct snap. He takes off running. Look at that speed. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, in. Touchdown. Late flag comes out. And I think that's one of those unnecessary blocks when the player was downfield, Grant Perry.
Yep, I think you're going to get hit with a clip or a block in the back downfield. Guys trying to make effort plays down there, but you got Bryce Underwood, 3-4 yards ahead of the defense. Not necessarily needed on that play. That's week 1 mistakes, right? Guys are eager to get out here and hit, a different color jersey than the one they're wearing.
Block in the back on the offense.
Boy, and as you brought up, it was about 5 yards behind the play. Bryce was getting in the end zone regardless.
Let's take a look here. I think it might be on Elijah Dotson, number 11, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see it here late. And that's a tough call. That could be either way right there. But guys playing hard through the whistle. Nonetheless, here we're moving up here, and Bryce Underwood, great run, but he's going to be starting here on the 26.
Spot foul, so it is a first down for Belleville. 1st and 10 from the 27. Here comes that shovel again, trying near side, some space. 20, 15, 10. He's going to walk into the end zone. Adrian Walker Jr., the senior, with a burst of speed to get to the edge on the near side, and no one was going to catch him.
Yeah, this looks like this is going to be a battle of the perimeter run game. We saw Clarkston come out and do it, and now Belleville's doing it as well. And you say, well, hey, Bryce Underwood just handed the ball off. No, actually, that was a pass, so that counts as a passing touchdown for Bryce Underwood here early on. And it's easy. When you get it to a guy like Adrian Walker, who's a home run hitter, you might have seen his interception last year in that state championship game. He's one heck of a athlete.
So Belleville strikes first with 5:32 to go here in this first quarter. The electrifying Adrian Walker Jr. on a pass, yes, a pass from Bryce Underwood. Lefty kicker in for the point after. Awaits a snap. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. No problem there by Braden Lane, the senior, as we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, check it out here. They're going to be trying to get to the perimeter, right? Trying to get your speed on the edge, trying to make those linebackers have to run. Look at the block here by number 0. Really good job at getting downfield, and then the awareness to pick up the feet, right? Understanding the defense is going to try to swipe at those ankles at the last resort. Adrian Walker jumps up over the tackle for the touchdown.
Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. Hi, Hungry Howie's. Could I have one of your backyard burger pizzas with extra Cajun crust all over the pizza? Thank you. 7-0. Belleville on top.
Braden Lane, number 24, kicking off.
Oh, are they saying that extra point wasn't good?
Seems that way. Look. Oh.
I thought I saw him signal that the kick was good, but no good. My apologies for that. Perhaps after some discussion, young Braden Lane has the extra point taken away, but he's going to kick it off here. Clarkston gets their second opportunity on offense. Alex Washenko, sophomore quarterback, making his first start here. He had a couple of moments on that first drive. Let's see if they can answer this prolific Tiger offense. They're going to have to, Grant. You know it. I know it. That kick goes deep into the end zone, comes back out on the touchback. What's the hottest game you ever played in? Does one come to mind? Either in college or high school?
That's a good question. I got to revert back to the Prep Kickoff Classic. I mean, I cramped throughout a couple years of those games, and those were tough. And always knew come August, early September, that heat was going to be the hottest. And even though you try to prepare, sometimes you just can't beat the cramp.
No, nothing you can do. Hey, let's have a flashback here. Belleville has been one of the top Division I programs over the last decade. Let's take a look back at their recent state title in 2021 when the Tigers beat Rochester Adams, and then the following season when they took down the Fighting Scots of Caledonia. Bryce Underwood, there he is. And there he is again. Well, you know he would love nothing more than to add another title to his already impressive resume. You got the feeling they really have a bad taste in their mouth from the way last year ended, Grant.
Yep.
And of course, taking nothing away from Southfield A&T.
No, absolutely not. Isaiah Marshall, quarterback for Southfield A&T, had a great game along with a number of other people and players for Southfield A&T. Give them credit. But no one saw that coming. No one saw Belleville losing. Everyone had them winning. But you got to expect them to be the favorite here this year. With that motivation added on, they're going to be hard to beat.
Two receivers split near side, one far side. Washenko in that shotgun formation, hands it off, trying the left side of the line. Boy, look at Belleville, just all over them. Did everything he could just to pick up a couple of yards there. I believe the running back that time.
Griffin Bowman with the carry.
Griffin Holden, I believe.
Reed with the tackle.
Reed on the tackle. Clock running. Gain of, they're going to give him 3, setting up a second and 7.
Second down and 7.
Sean Reed there with the tackle. He's one of the only juniors here cracking these starting lineups. A guy that they say just consistently plays good ball for them. Number 59, Sean Reed, defensive end for Belleville.
Bowman stays out there. He's on Washenko's left hip. Man in motion, far side to near. in this 2nd and 7. Wozhenko back to pass. Going to try to set up a screen. Boy, he was open. Lucas Bowman was open. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the pass on him. A lot of real estate out there. Flag comes flying in late. That's an after the play flag. I'm not even going to begin to guess what that was.
Yeah, it looks like it might be going against Clarkston. Maybe
There are
moving this
2
one
fouls
back.
on the play. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, white. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, black. The people said, 2nd down.
Still 2nd down. Got to keep the emotions in check. It's a warm day. We know what the stakes are here today. Don't want to hurt your team, and the officials called it both ways. So, no play. Still 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and Anthony Wozhenko there missed that screen pass. Those are going to have to be plays that they connect on because there was some running room there for Lucas Bowman, who's the intended receiver.
2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Wozhenko looking over the defense.
Belleville's in a low-hanging cover 4 here, cover 0. I'd be surprised they try to throw this one deep.
Some movement up front. Got a man to jump. His teammate kind of gave him the pat on the back, and it was almost like go, right?
And Clarkston, they're going to have to do everything they can, whether it's controlling the line of scrimmage with a hard count, switching up the count, not letting them get a jump, not letting them pin their ears back and rush the passer. They're going to have to find different ways to win this game, and you see it right there. That's an opportunity to gain 5 yards there without even running the play. That's going to have to help them down the road here.
So 2nd and 2, they're going to hand it off. Didn't get a lot, didn't need a lot, but that's going to be another 1st down for Clarkston. Pounding it up to about the 31-yard line is once again Griffin Bowman.
Griffin Bowman's running really good right now, picking up some 1st downs for this offense. Last year, was a sophomore on this team, but was a solidified figure. Averaged over 8 yards a carry. Was at about 800 yards on the season, all-purpose yards. Looking to have an even better season this year, and that's 38. Griffin Bowman.
Wozhenko again, shotgun formation, running back. Bowman on his left hip, 2 receivers far side, 2 near side. Awaits a snap, kicks the leg, sending a man in motion. Fake the jet, hand it off to Bowman. He's got a little space up there. Boy, good ankle tackler. He might be running well into the secondary. Give him 4 hard-earned yards on that 1st down carry.
And Clarkston, they're going to make sure you're staying disciplined here. They're going to bring guys in motion, window dressing. They're going to try to say, hey, maybe defense, react to this motion, try to get you off your alignment, and we're going to try to run inside on you. Clarkston trying to do everything to get the Belleville defense to communicate and have to talk pre-snap, which then makes it harder to find your responsibility. So look for Clarkston to keep adding the motion in to help their advantage here.
2nd and 6 now for Clarkston on their own 35-yard line. Belleville shows blitz. Let's see if they bring it. Wozhenko on the keeper, not much there. Got a yard, got pushed back. 2 flags come flying in. Clarkston saying it's a face mask. Let's see what the call is, Grant. In the meantime, Reaction Technologies is a cutting-edge sports technology company. Heads Up Trainer addresses the root causes of incorrect tackling techniques and other sports-related injuries. Learn more at reactiontechsports.com. Hey, they were right. The officials in white with those winged helmets, they were right. It was a face mask.
Yeah, they got him pretty good. I think they ripped his helmet off.
All right. Great job letting everybody know. All of a sudden, Clarkston back in Belleville territory. Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Wozhenko with the keeper. Picks up a yard before he's pushed back. Setting up a 2nd and 9. Maybe they'll give him 2. Let's see where they mark it. But against this Belleville team with that team speed, you're going to have to earn everything you get, Grant.
You're going to have to earn everything and try to limit your mistakes. Any play going backwards, you can't have it, especially with this team that they're facing today. They got to be going forwards. And like you said, anything they can get with the false starts or the face mask penalties, they'll take it.
The good news is they're keeping that prolific Belleville offense off the field as well. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Wozhenko in that shotgun. Has Bowman in motion, going to swing it out to Bowman. Makes 1 man miss. Look out, he's got some space. 40. Takes a big hit at the 38, falls forward. to the 36-yard line for a first down. That is one tough kid, Griffin Bowman. One tough third member of our broadcast team is Carol Lyles.
Yeah, well, Grant mentioned it earlier. The Bowman brothers go by a little something different. They go by the Bash Brothers. So, of course, I had to ask their head coach, how the heck do you come up with the nickname Bash Brothers? And he said, well, it honestly just fits them. They are never shying away from contact, and honestly, in most cases, they go out and look for it. But it doesn't just stop off the field, you guys. Both of these guys, juniors, voted captains by their teammates. Also worth mentioning, both have 4.0 GPAs. I mean, how much better does it get, right?
Great stuff there, no doubt about that. 2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Movement up front, they jumped off again. Boy, Belleville really hurting themselves with some of these penalties, Grant.
Yeah, week 1, you're eager, you're trying to get back there and make a play.
Hey, there is always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to mhsaa.com for more info. 1st and 5, they'll take that all day. Waschenko, shotgun formation, 2 receivers split to the far side. The give is to Bowman, and he is blown up immediately. Oh my goodness, I believe that was Ryan Hodges. Hodges was in there as well as Sean Reed, just blowing that play up right away, Grant.
Yeah, the rare sophomore on the defensive side of the ball there, Ryan Hodges making a play, saying, hey, I can get my name in the ring too. It doesn't have to be just all these seniors. Really good job of meeting Bowman at the line of scrimmage, wrapping up, and letting his other buddies come to the party.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 7 in Belleville territory. Threatening are these Wolves. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Going to keep it on the ground. A little space up the middle. Good hard run there. Going to be just short of the first down, but how about Trey Setter? Good hard run. Let's see. I think they're going to give it to him. They are. They're moving the chains. Good 2nd and 3rd effort to pick up another first down for the Wolves.
Hey, well, Coach Pinter said, hey, Trey Setter, what does Trey Setter do well for you? He plays physical. Just did it right there. Really good job. And really good block there by the center, number 62, Bodie St. Amar, and number 70, Zach Radlick. They really just sealed it off, allowed Trey Setter to fit inside. It was the reason that play was successful right there.
Fresh set of downs. 2 receivers split near side. 1 far side. Coming near side on the keeper, Waschenko. Good cut at the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Good enough for another Clarkston first down. Impressive drive putting together right now.
Great drive. I mean, they're looking like a complete team right now, and I like the way Alex Waschenko is playing, man. He's a gritty quarterback, man, not afraid to stick his hat in the middle of the pile. I mean, these are some big guys on Belleville's defense, and right now Alex Waschenko's throwing his hat in the ring.
Well, Belleville on top 6-0 as we end this first quarter, but certainly the momentum moving on the near side of the field. A good, impressive drive here by Clarkston, and that is where we sit after the first quarter of play. Belleville up 6-0, Clarkston threatening. Hey, want to talk about the Sam Bernstein law firm injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM. That's 1-800-CALLSAM. Quick break. We'll come back with second quarter action right here on the State Champs Network.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend family heating and cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
Unlock peak performance with Reaction Technologies, the ultimate training tool for athletes. Our patented product enhances performance by building muscle memory and reinforcing proper technique. With real-time feedback from coaches, players can quickly adjust and perfect their skills. Designed for athletes at all levels, heads-up trainer integrates seamlessly with existing training tools. Elevate your skills and performance with Reaction Technologies, where precision meets performance. Coming soon.
Welcome back here to Wayne State University as we enter the second quarter. Belleville up 6-0. Belleville is being led by their senior quarterback, Bryce Underwood. And we're talking with his head coach earlier this week. He said, of course, Bryce is an incredible football talent. But what a lot of people might not know about Bryce is he's an amazing teammate. If you take a look at any interview that he does, any story that is written about him, he is the first one to revert any attention off of himself and put it onto his teammates. He understands the position that he's in, but he also knows he wouldn't be in that position without his teammates, guys. So just a good kid all around in Bryce Underwood.
Lucas Bowman with the carry and another after the play flag. And it is, I'm telling you, Grant, this is one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on in the process of keeping the ball so long. You know, not only are you moving down the field, you're keeping off the prolific offense of the Belleville Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the opportunity to call a game a few years back. It was Brighton versus Belleville, and kind of similar here. You know, Belleville isn't favorite to win, and Brighton, they're saying, oh, they don't have a chance. But they stuck in there. They held the ball. They kept Bryce Underwood off the field and made it a game. And I think that's the approach Clarkston's taken, just like you said there, Sean.
Yeah, they're going to pick up that flag, though. They're going to pick up that flag. The official just signaled that. So we'll call it second down and 7. Washenko, shotgun formation, hands it off to Bowman. Bowman, good cut inside the 10. Should be about a couple yards short of the first down. That time, Lucas Bowman. Griffin is wearing 0. Sometimes he wears 38. Lucas is wearing 1. Good vision there by Lucas Bowman, cutting off of a good block there by Kyler O'Melia. Really good job. Kyler O'Melia drives out Lamar Fairfax. Lucas Bowman sees it, cuts inside, and makes this a manageable third down here. So he is going to be about 3 yards short. They are at the 8. They need to get just shy of the 5. Going to keep it on the ground. Bowman, he's got the first down and into the end zone. What a run by Griffin Bowman. He said, forget this at the 5, and decided to just leap up and into the end zone, Grant.
I mean, did you see the contact balance? I mean, it looked like he was floating in the air on one foot, still on the ground, but was able to keep his balance. We'll have to check out this replay here, but, I mean, what a good run here, a determined run, and one that builds confidence. And they got the opportunity here to take the lead in the second quarter versus Belleville. And I think the only people that knew and believed in that was Clarkston. They knew that they could be in this game, and here they are.
No doubt about that. An impressive run, and they are an extra point away from taking the lead. Aiden O'Neill, the junior kicker, takes a couple steps to his left. They await the snap. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. What an impressive drive by the Clarkston Wolves as we take a look at this Griffin Bowman touchdown run.
And let's check it out here. Griffin Bowman just going to be running right on the middle. Understanding, look at the balance. Gets hit 1 foot. Desmond Yarborough sticking his hat in there, trying to bring him down. But, hey, that's one of the Bash Bros. Good job. Way to get in the end zone there. Give your team the lead. Griffin Bowman.
My generation knows the Bash brothers as Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco from the Oakland A's. Hey, State Champs Sports Network is giving you the power to showcase your passion. You can now submit your own videos and be a part of our coverage. We want to feature your perspective on our network. Learn more at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision. Well, what a start to this one. The fans on the Clarkston sideline obviously fired up. An impressive drive by the Wolves, Grant.
Yeah, great drive. I mean, you come out, you punt on your first drive, then to come back in your second drive and have not just a good drive, a great drive of consistent running the football, picking up hard yards. Griffin Bowman, Lucas Bowman, Alex Washenko, you name it, they all did it together there. Really good drive. And if they can keep that formula going, if they can find what angles and what lanes to run through, we're going to have a game here today.
Aiden O'Neill set to kick this one off, sends it deep. Big kick goes well into the end zone. He hit a field goal. How about that?
How many points does that count for?
Baby. Woo. If we were in the CFL, we might be having the Rouge conversation right now, huh? What a kick. Hit the lower crossbar and bounces through. Let me tell you something. You don't see that at the collegiate level too often.
That's Aiden O'Neill, number 17 right there. Talking to Coach, he said he's a 3-year guy on varsity, huge leg, 40 to 50-yard range. He proved it there, and they use him and view him as a weapon on this team.
So we get another look at Bryce Underwood. Already has a touchdown. The LSU commit. Looking over the defense, he's got 2 receivers split outside, 2 on the inside. Sends a man in motion. Going to hand it off, try the middle of the line. Not a lot of space up there. Clarkston fired up both sides of the ball. Ball came loose. Clarkston saying ball's loose. The official says no. He's gonna whistle that down after a gain of 3. But Clarkston's still making their case down there. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, let's see. It's just going to be a run here by the running back. I think it's Raymond Smith right here, but he looks down, clearly down. About 4 or 5 guys on top of him. But you got to give credit to Clarkston. They're fighting through that whistle, trying to get any opportunity to steal a possession.
2nd and 7 now. 7-6 Clarkston on top. Bryce Underwood, shotgun formation, back on his left hip. 2 receivers split far side, 2 on the near side. Man in motion again. Going to keep it out of the backfield with that swing pass, breaking out of a tackle. How about this? Oh, my goodness gracious. Adrian Walker looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss of 5 and was a step away from taking it to the house.
And that's a rare sight when you see Griffin Bowman, the Sam linebacker here, looking for number 38. He's got the edge. He's got the opportunity to make a tackle here on one of Belleville's best athletes. Adrian Walker has him wrapped up, but you got to finish the tackle to the ground. When you hear that whistle, then you let him go. Adrian Walker is a guy that a year ago took 2 bubble screens in a game for 180 yards total. I mean, this guy can break any tackle and score from anywhere on the field.
1st and 10 from the 37, swinging it outside again, making one man miss up past the 40. Dances past the 45, close to a first down. My goodness gracious, there's that team speed that we talk about. This time it's Elijah Dotson flashing that speed.
Yeah, Elijah Dotson, you're going to hear that name a lot today. He's another player that actually transferred over from U of D, brings a lot to this offense and a lot to this team as well on defense. But Bryce Underwood, way to get the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers. I think they're going to try to start attacking the perimeter here, trying to get those athletes in space against these Clarkston defenders.
2nd and 1. From the 47-yard line, trips this side, including 1 in the slot, 1 far side. Bryce looks to the near sideline, to his near receivers, claps his hands, gets the snap, going to keep it on the ground. First down into Clarkston territory. Good, hard run there by number 25, Trevor Faulkner, another sophomore on this Belleville Tiger team.
Good job, and Bryce Underwood just understanding the defense, be able to tell the guys, hey, you're going to come across the formation, split zone, meaning that tight end on the line of scrimmage right there has got to go block the backside, able to get the guys in the right positions. That's what a leader and a true 5-star does for you in Bryce Underwood.
Walker Jr. checks back in, fresh set of downs into Clarkston territory. Going to swing it outside. There's Elijah. Makes a catch, gets a block. I think this one might be coming back. 35-30. Boy, look at that cut. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. But hold everything. There's a flag right at the line of scrimmage. Poor kid, heck of a run. But I think this one's coming back, Grant.
Yeah, there's no worse feeling than running 50, 60, 70 yards for a touchdown, making a highlight-type play just for it to get called back. Those are frustrating, especially in this heat. You basically run all the way down the field for nothing there. I think they're going to get number 55, Trezell Jenkins, on the penalty here. He's another big guy on this O-line for Belleville.
Yep, you nailed it, pal. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Check it out here. Look for number 55, Trezell Jenkins. He's going to be the right guard here, moving out to the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, he's just going to fall right on his back. You can't do that. You got to get inside. In that situation, you're taught just throw your hips at him. Don't even put hands on him. Just essentially set a screen in basketball terms.
So now 1st and 20 for the Tigers at their own 42-yard line. Underwood looking to the left, looking to the right, checking out what the defense is showing him. Shotgun formation, claps his hands, back to pass, swings it outside. Boy, it's just such a simple play, but it seems like so often these simple passes, this one to Marquise Peoples Jr., go for 10, 11 yards. That one went for 11.
Yeah, I mean, the ability to throw 3, 4, 5-yard passes, but then to turn into 10, 12, 15-yard explosive plays, that just sums up the explosiveness, of this Belleville offense and the capabilities of these athletes.
2nd and 9 now. Underwood looking over that defense with 2 receivers split outside, 2 near side. Single back on his right hip. Fakes the handoff, throws it near side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Adrian Walker Jr. Suddenly a 3rd and long situation now for the Tiger offense.
And Belleville, they're just game planning. Clarkston's coming out in a cover 4 shell, meaning there's going to be 4 deep defenders. And one of the weaknesses of cover 4 is the flats. Right now, Belleville sees that. They're just trying to throw quick out routes, get their guys in space. That time, the ball just goes a little bit over Adrian Walker's head. He misses the catch there, and now they're sitting here with a 3rd down.
Big 3rd down, 7:58 remaining in this 2nd quarter. Clarkston with a 7-6 lead. Clarkston shows blitz. Let's see if they bring it. They rush 5, trying to set up a screen. Blown up single-handedly by Brady Cody. The middle linebacker stayed home and blew that play up, Grant.
And that's not an easy play to read out, right? You get everyone running downfield. The linemen are releasing downfield. The pass rush is getting through. You're wondering what's going on. But Brady Cody, man, way to stick with it. Read your keys. Keep your eyes on the running back. Sees the screen coming. Missed all of 23 season last year with an injury. They're excited to have him back. He's a weight room junkie, a kid that really brings a lot of life to this Clarkston defense.
Braden Lane comes in. Dual punter kicker. Don't see too many of those anymore, as the specialty game has improved over the years. The young man does the kicking duties and the punting duties. Timeout for Belleville. While there's a timeout on the field, we will tell you about our friends from Lawrence Technological University. When looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. I think there might be a few people surprised at this juncture of the game, Grant Perry, that Clarkston is on top 7-6, except maybe the Clarkston players and faithful, huh?
Clarkston Wolves, and I really liked Coach Pinter and Coach the rest of the coaches here in Clarkston's approach to this game. They turned the obstacle of Belleville into a challenge. Hey, why not play the #1 player in the country? How cool is that? And hey, if we beat him, how cool of a story would that be? And Coach Pinter really said, hey, we don't want to back down from any challenge or any team in the state. And our kids feed off of that, and that's the kind of rhythm and things that we like to do here at Clarkston.
Brady Beck stands on his own 20-yard line, awaiting this punt from Braden Lane. Clarkston 7, Belleville 6. Beck waits for this, going to take a bounce. He's going to let it bounce smartly. Takes a Belleville bounce inside the 15, and finally down at about the 12-yard line. So that's where this sophomore quarterback, Alex Washenko, and this Wolves offense will take over. An impressive last drive that saw them get into the end zone on a Griffin Bowman touchdown run. And most importantly, it was a time-consuming drive, Grant, that kept that Belleville offense off the field.
Real discipline, real time-consuming, and just ground and pound. I mean, they're taking what they're given, right? They're running in between the tackles on the edge, keeping it simple, but executing and keeping Bryce Underwood off the field. And that's the formula. If you want to stay in this game, if you want to compete to win, that's the formula you got to follow. And right now they're doing it really well. Let's see if Drive 3 can be replicated of Drive 2.
One of those old-school Bo Schembechler 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of drives. Washenko shotgun, 2 receivers. Each side sends a man in motion back to pass on first down. Under pressure, he's going down. Boy, sticking with him the whole way. Carvin McNabb, the junior, just would not let him out of his sights. Brings him down all the way back to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, right there. I mean, Bodie St. Amour there just got beat across his face. Really good job by the D lineman right there, number 57, Carvin McNabb, getting back, affecting the pass, and then eventually wrapping up Alex Washenko for the sack there. And that's a big guy. I mean, he's falling on Alex Washenko. Alex Washenko is playing tough right now, but he can't take too many of those hits. Those are big guys right there.
2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Washenko going to keep it. Makes 1 man miss, tries to spin out of said tackle up to the 10, up to we'll call it the 11-yard line. picks up a couple, but still a 3rd and long situation. Clock running just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
And that pass play, that sack, was really one of Clarkston's first plays that went backwards, which really kind of halted this drive so far, putting them in a situation in which they don't want to be in, which is 3rd and 10 plus. They've been running the ball primarily. They went to throw it there on that first down, which was one of the first times we've seen them try to do that. Here they're going to have to fight for these hard 12, 11 yards if they want to keep this drive alive.
3rd, and you're right, we'll call it 11 and a half just to be fair. Empty backfield, trips far side of the field to near side. Washenko looks like he's going to keep it, spins out of a would-be tackle, and then takes a big hit. Oh, my goodness gracious. Raymond Smith really tagged him back at the 10. Tough kid, Washenko pops right back up. 4th down now for Clarkston.
Yeah, Washenko, he's feeling that one. I mean, that's all 6 feet, 195 coming at you like a cannon right there. And Raymond Smith, a guy that just really flies around to the ball. They're excited to see him really take a leap this year at running back position and at linebacker. Explosive kid, number 5, Raymond Smith.
Belleville with 2 men back deep. Both dangerous, Antoine Thomas and Adrian Walker Jr.
Thomas and Walker D.
Once again, Clarkston, Braden Lane does the kicking and punting. He's standing about 7 yards deep of his own end zone. Flag comes flying. I think they took too much time. Boy, always dangerous when you're backing up in your own end zone, Grant. Your head starts to think. I've talked to kickers about it. Your head starts to think, where am I in conjunction with that line? And gosh, those big linemen look very close to me, right?
Yep, things get a little tense back there. What could be a routine kick, sometimes, just the thought of, the ball being so close to your own end zone really messes with the player's head. So you got to be really secure, assignment sound here, and just get this ball and try to flip this field and give your defense a chance here for a stop.
Now standing at the back of the end zone, again, two return men, Thomas and Walker Jr. there. Low snap, good job picking it up. Lane gets away, a nice punt. This one going to be taken by Walker Jr. 30, 25, game tackled at about the 23-yard line. So a team that doesn't need a short field has a short field now. Bryce Underwood and the Tiger offense coming back on the field. Unfortunately, slow to get up is Walker Jr. Hope he's okay. He started to get up and then decided might be best just to wait a second here.
Hope he's okay. He's a very skillful player on both sides of the ball here for Belleville. A guy that demands respect at receiver. You got to know where he's at all times, and then at defensive back, a guy that can really lock down. So it's a big piece of this defense and offense for Belleville. Hopefully he gets up.
While we wait to and hope for Adrian Walker Jr. to get up, I want to tell you about our friends at the Construction Association of Michigan. They provide a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Nice to see number 2, Adrian Walker Jr. up. Maybe it's just as simple as him taking a breather. Nice shot of Harwell Field over there. Boy, Coach Kelly and the Wayne State baseball team, they have been producing players, major league players, and outstanding college players for a long, long time. Look at the overfill crowd over there on the Belleville side. The whole stands are full, Grant, and you can kind of see them lining up on the other side of the field.
Must-see TV here when Belleville's on the field, that's for sure.
No doubt. 2 receivers split far side, 2 near side. Underwood looking over that defense, scanning from left to right. Awaits the snap. 1st and 10 from the Clarkston 23. Claps his hands back to pass. All the time in the world, fires over the middle, just overshoots the intended receiver, Antoine Thomas, who had a step on the coverage, just couldn't connect in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, right there, Bryce Underwood just misses a little bit inside and over top, trying to navigate around that safety's head. Cornerback Hank Hornug right there on the coverage there. Good coverage, really good protection too by that Belleville offensive line. And Clarkston only rushed 3 right there. And if that's the case here today, Bryce Underwood's going to have some time and he's going to make you pay for it.
Raymond Smith The lone setback on the left hip of Bryce Underwood. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Underwood sends one in motion. High snap, but gives it on the jet. Trying to get outside, can't do it. Good pursuit again by the Wolves. Marquise Peoples Jr. tried to do that stutter step, and the D wasn't buying it.
Yep, D is doing a great job right now. And Clarkston's in this 3-down front, which allows you to have apex defenders, meaning those linebackers, or if you want to call them flex ends, are allowed to line up off the ball, kind of in the middle between the sideline and the line of scrimmage. So you have an opportunity to see the ball coming and play it on the perimeter. Really good job here. Allows them to stay in front of the ball for a short game.
Boy, short field, but they've only picked up 1 yard, have these Belleville Tigers. At the 22-yard line, 3rd and 9. 2 receivers on each side. Once again, the lone setback, Raymond Smith. Clarkston shows blitz. They bring it from the outside. Belleville picks it up, trying to step up his Underwood, but he's in trouble, and down he goes. Back at the 28-yard line. Boy, you got to give it to this Wolf defense.
They're playing ball, and you can hear how much it matters to this Clarkston sideline. I mean, they just erupted when Griffin Bowman brought down Bryce Underwood right there. And Bryce Underwood, if he were to look to the left side of the field there, they rotated to a 1 high look, cover 3, but they rotated to the field, meaning that boundary side had the seam all day, but just didn't have enough time. Really good job of adding the pressure, trying to make Belleville and Bryce Underwood uncomfortable back in the pocket.
Well, you had a feeling this was 4-down territory. They're kind of in that no man's land. This would be a long, long field goal, but it's a long, long 4th and 15.
Yeah, talking to Coach Norman, they'll go for it anywhere.
Yep. Underwood in the shotgun, claps once, claps twice. Back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Pass goes out, receiver went in, and it falls harmlessly incomplete. What a stand by the Clarkston defense. Not put in the best position. Belleville with a first down at the 23, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and out.
Yeah, what a stand right there. I mean, you give Belleville the opportunity to have the ball in their own, essentially, red zone and scoring territory. Really good job by Clarkston there, and I love the look that they brought on defense right there. Just trying to change the picture, trying to mess it up for, make it messy for Bryce Underwood here. He's dropping back, looking downfield. They're bringing pressure. They're dropping guys from the line of scrimmage, really trying to change the picture and make him not have the easiest reads. Really good 3rd down stop and good 3rd down play there by the Clarkston Wolves.
Well, let's see how Coach Pinter and the Wolves staff approach this. They have 2:24 on the clock, all 3 timeouts, and a 7-6 lead. Do you get aggressive here against Belleville? Especially with a sophomore quarterback. There's that sophomore quarterback, Alex Washenko, sending a man in motion. Handoff inside, some space over the 30, and up to about the 33-yard line. Hey, listen, not a lot of fancy with this Clarkston team, a well-coached team, and they're just playing their game right now, Grant.
Yeah, they understand what game they need to play, and it's their game, and they're doing it really well. They're not trying to play outside of their system. They're not trying to make big plays when they're not there. They're just running the ball, play after play, blocking well. Hayden Flavin right there, number 71, left tackle with a great block downfield, allowing Griffin Bowman to get some much-needed yards.
2nd and 5, going to keep it on the ground. Very close to a first down. That time it's Trey Setter. Let's see where they mark that. They're going to mark that about a yard short. But, hey, you were talking about this last night. You'll take 4 yards, 5 yards a pop all day.
All day, all day. And like we said yesterday, the math, you get 4 yards a pop, you're going to end up in the end zone eventually. And here I think that's what Clarkston wants to do, try to keep this ball for the rest of the half. Only a minute left, so they're probably going to have to step on the tempo if they get this first down.
All 3 timeouts at their disposal. That's the good news. 3rd and 1. Let's see what they decide to do here. Bringing it in tight. Mano a mano. And they pick up the first down. Good hard run over the left side. Finally brought down at about the 43-yard line. The clock stops momentarily with 1:05 to go. Hey, don't forget, coming up at halftime, we head to the State Champs studio to show you our first top 10 for the Michigan Football and Anvil Award, delivered by our friends at Hungry Howie's. Also, a look at our top 25 rankings, that and much, much more here on State Champs Game Time Live. Clarkston, wisely after the stoppage of the clock, decides to use one of their timeouts. You can't bring them with you at halftime, so they still have 2 timeouts to go, but they stop the clock with 1:05 to go here in this first half. You have to be very pleased if you're a Wolves fan with what you've seen here in the first half, Grant.
Absolutely. They've come out week one here and really showed what Clarkston football is all about. Doesn't matter the opponent, doesn't matter the skill level on the other side of the ball. Clarkston's going to play Clarkston football, and that's hard-nosed, gritty, yard after yard football, good defense being played. And right now you're in a situation, you got 2 timeouts left, 1 minute left. You're in a situation where you want to try to get down the field. But in my mind, I don't want to give the ball back to Bryce Underwood here before the half ends. So regardless, with that being said, you want to end the half with the ball or with the score, one of the two if you're Clarkston.
No doubt about that. Let's see what they dial up here. Once again, sophomore quarterback Alex Washenko leading the boys out onto the field. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Single setback Sutter. Shotgun formation. Sutter coming out, empty backfield. He's going to keep it, and he's blown up. Boy, Belleville smelled that out. That's a loss all the way back to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that one didn't have a chance. I mean, 4 guys were in the backfield before Alex Washenko even thought about getting a step forward there. Belleville was all over that one. Good play there on first down for Belleville.
Let's see if Washenko's going to take his time now on this 2nd and long. Just keep the ball out of Belleville's hands. Back to pass. Loaded up. He wants to go downtown. Great coverage out there. Pass intended for Brady Beck, but 2 Tigers running with him the whole way. 3rd and 13 with 33 seconds to go here in this second quarter.
And Brady Beck had leverage on Javon Martin, number 12 there, the cornerback, but Desmond Yarborough comes from the other side, the safety, the 6'3", rangy safety committed to Miami, Ohio, and really gets in the way and disrupts the pass there. Good ball, but Desmond Yarborough gets in the way and shuts down any possibility of a catch.
Boy, Oxford, Ohio, that's a nice campus down there on the campus of Miami of Ohio. The cradle of coaches, as it's been called for many, many years. 2 receivers split far side, 2 near side. Washenko looking over the defense on this 3rd and 13. Belleville shows blitz. They bring the pressure, and down Washenko goes. Didn't have a chance. Look at that. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 Tigers all over him. He's a tough kid, though. He's taken a couple big hits, and look at him pop right back up, Grant Perry.
Pops right back up. And what that does for your team is it just provides energy, provides juice, showing, hey, guys, I'm getting hit. I don't care. We're going to keep getting back up and keep going at them. Right here, they're giving a little bit of time back to Bryce Underwood. Probably would have, tried to drain some clock there, but Bryce Underwood was all over it. And Belleville called a timeout to try to save some time there and get the ball back here.
Well, they have 27 seconds and 1 timeout left. They trail by 1 point. 7-6, your score. Don't forget, not only do we have all the highlights and reveal our top 10 and Anvil and our top 25 of teams, but Kara Lyles will have some things of interest for you as well. Kara hopefully staying cool down there. I can tell you definitively, Grant Perry, and I think I can speak for you here, we are not staying cool up here in the press box.
No, you hit it right on the nose there. I'm sweating harder than these players playing on the field right now, I can tell you that. I mean, every other snap here I'm wiping my head, but, hey, there's no complaints, no excuses.
No.
We're up here fighting the weather, fighting the elements, having a great time. Wouldn't want it any other way.
No. Great to be up here, but the heat rises.
It does.
That's a proven scientific fact. We've talked science, we've talked math. We've had a pretty good first half, Grant. Let's see if Belleville decides to bring some pressure here. 2 return men deep. Once again, Braden Lane standing on his own 15. Oh, no, that is not Lane. That was Jaden Manuel. That's a big punt. Gonna bounce and roll inside the 15, all the way inside the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line with 9 seconds remaining. So what do you do here? Do you take a knee in the shadow of your end zone, or do you say, we have one of the most dynamic players anywhere, let him try to make some magic at this late juncture?
Let him rip. Let it rip. I tell him, I go out there and I, don't make any, ill-advised throws. Maybe let's set up a screen. Let's get, an easy, quick pass out to a receiver. Maybe he picks up a couple yards there, gets out of bounds, they get another shot. But here in this situation, when you got Bryce Underwood and these athletes, they have the opportunity to take it to the house on any given play. I'd give my guy Elijah Dotson, number 11 here, also known as the Batman, a chance here to make something happen.
Can't thank our friends with the Detroit Sports Commission enough as well. Marty Dobeck, nice to see him out here, no doubt about that. DetroitSports.org. Check out everything that they do. So 9 seconds remaining here. How can we forget our buddy Kurt, who always runs up here and checks on us? Brought us a delicious cheeseburger last night.
That he did.
I hope he does it again. I'm not going to lie to you. Just decided to take a knee. That's the answer, and that's where we are heading into the halftime. Clarkston 7, Belleville 6. I know Kara Lyles standing by. As soon as they give me the high sign, we'll throw it down to Kara Lyles. As a matter of fact, Kevin, we ready to do that? Let's throw it down to Kara now. Kara? All right, we'll try to get that microphone on in just a second. We'll check back in with Kara momentarily. Make sure we can do that. Kara, you just give me a smile when you got it, and well, there she is. Let's throw it down to Kara Lyles. Kara? Nope, unfortunately, still out. We'll try to check back in. We'll see what the story is. Chuck's going to grab a couple of batteries, and hopefully we get a chance to check in with Coach Pinter, who's got to be happy, Grant, with what they saw in the first half. Perhaps we can check in with Kara momentarily and see what the story is. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, on a day like today, we are going to blow through batteries. Halftime here, Clarkston on top by a score of 7-6. Don't you go anywhere. So glad you could join us, whether it be on Local 4, WDIV, or the State Champs Network.
Everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured in an accident.
Everyone knows we're Michigan's first family of law.
Everyone knows about our no-fee guarantee. There's never a fee until we win your case.
Everyone knows the Bernstein Advantage.
Everyone knows we've got a winning record. Over $3.5 billion recovered.
Tell me something I don't know. Everyone knows Call Sam.
1-800-CALL-SAM is the best call you'll ever make after an accident.
Injured? You know what to do. Call Sam.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Time is running out to get the biggest Labor Day discount ever at Gardner White. Take an extra 30% off everything, and this Sunday only. Sofas price cut to $295. Lazy Boy only $395. Queen beds slashed to $295. And no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. The best deals in Detroit are at Gardner White with an extra 30% off. Final Sunday 11 to 8.
What's up, Michigan? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's football season, which means it's time to begin the run for this year's Mr. Football Award. My name is Lauren Plant. This is Sean Belizean. As always, Shawnee, so good to see you. Number 17, we will determine this year who will be the next Mr. Football.
Isn't it insane? 2008, we were literally using all our fingers and toes trying to figure out how many of these we've done, but this is going to be a huge year, Lauren. Every year is, but man, we feel really good about this field this year. We talk about it every year. It just keeps going like this. This product just keeps going like this. And of course, our list is doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely. On your screen now, you'll see that this is not a senior-only award. We're looking for the best football player in the state. I'll explain more on how it works a little bit later, but first, let's get to the guy we want to talk about, the guy who's number one on our list right now, and for good reason, going to LSU.
He might be the number one recruit in the nation. It depends which service you're looking at. We've heard about his name since his freshman year, and all he's done is prove why his name deserves to be out there nationwide. And of course, we're talking about Bryce Underwood from Belleville, 6'3.5", 205 pounds, 40-2 record as a starter. 40-2. Did we mention he's got a whole nother season to go? He's got 141 total touchdowns. As you said, he made the decision to go to LSU, but if you look at his recruiting pages, he was recruited by everybody. He had visits. There's a reason. He is absolutely explosive. No doubt about it. No brainer. The top choice right now. But as we've seen, Lauren, we point this out every year, looks can be deceiving. Sometimes the guy who's leading the way, when you apply our criteria, and of course, crunch time, sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. But right now, make no mistake about it, it's Bryce Underwood right now at the top of this list.
And before I get to the criteria, I do want to let you guys know that got a little update this week, and we always want to give a shout out to the guys who came before. And in 2016, a young man named Cody White was named the Michigan Mr. Football Award. He is doing his thing in Seattle. In fact, check this play out right here.
Howell airing it out down the left sideline, and it is caught. Stay up, Cody White stays up, and how about that response for your Seattle Seahawks?
Unbelievable to see the guys who have come before and who are still making an impact in the league.
It's not a secret anymore. I mean, you talk to people that follow this nationally, and Michigan is really known as a place that is producing players and talent players as well. It isn't just the big old linemen. It isn't just the big old D linemen. No. You're seeing talent all across the board, and this year certainly, Lauren, no exception to that rule.
Absolutely. So what you can do is go to our website, statechampsnetwork.com. You want to click on the contest tab, and then you also want to click on Mr. Football. That's where you can vote for the award. It's important to vote for the award because the leading vote getter can never be removed from the race. However, this is fluid. It's kind of like the Heisman Trophy. We're going to have players play their way in and play their way off the list. So you need to go ahead and vote for your guy. It's so important.
Every year, to the people new to this, I know there are probably people right now saying, well, my guy isn't on the list. That doesn't mean that he won't be on the list in a week or two. Lauren, we've had guys go off the list and then come back on the list. I mean, again, I think that's a testament to the amount of talent in this state, but you have a big part of it. You can have a say in this. We live and literally breathe with our criteria. That is the basis to everything we do. We've had some Zoom meetings. We've all been in the room where we went back and forth, but at the end of the day, we feel really good about this criteria, and we feel really good about applying it to this entire process.
So let's have a great race. Let's have a great time. Good luck to all the guys out there, and we'll see who and how this race evolves over time. But for right now, go to statechampsnetwork.com, do your part, vote, and we will see you next week. What's up, Michigan, and welcome to week one of this year's first rankings report, the preseason rankings that we have here every year to start out the state champs high school football season. My name is Lauren Plant, joined as always by Scott Bernie Bernstein here. And Scott's been doing our top 25 rankings for several years now, puts a lot of work and effort into laying out who he believes are the top 25 teams in the state. This year will be no different. Scott, always great to see you. It's football season.
This is like the best time of the year. I'm chomping at the bit. We're opening this 2024 campaign. I'm jacked. I'm ready to get out there and put on the pads and take that opening kickoff and go to the house.
Well, here we go. Now, what's old is new again. We ended last year, our number one team in the state heading into the playoffs was Belleville. This year, no different.
Yeah, so Belleville has been kind of the gold standard since they won that first state championship a couple years ago. The Bryce Underwood era has been dynamic, and now it's his senior year. He leads a senior class at Belleville with 8 Division I commits. There'll probably be a 9th that commits before the end of the year, so they'll probably have 9 Division I kids in this class of 2025. Underwood leads the group. He's going to LSU. I mean, one of the most prolific quarterbacks the state has ever seen. Won a state championship as a freshman, won a state championship as a sophomore. Last year, they got upset by Southfield A&T, so now he's coming back to finish the job and cement himself as one of the true greats that have ever, stood in the pocket in the MHSAA and torn apart secondaries. And he's been doing it for, seems like forever. And now he's got a new wide receiver to play pitch and catch with. Elijah Dotson, the Pittsburgh commit, 4-star, comes over from UD Jesuit. He'll be the number 1 target, stretching the field. So it should be exciting with this group, especially the senior class. Out of those 8 commits right now, 3 power conference, 3 guys that are going to Miami of Ohio.
Well, there you go, and we're excited to get this season going. So Belleville's going to start out number 1. You can check out our rankings right now, not only on your screen, on our website. Just go to statechampsnetwork.com, click on the rankings tab, and that is where you will find our top 25 every week. Scott updates it every Monday, so check on it often. Scott, thank you for being here. Let's go.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
And welcome back to another season of the State Champs Anvil Award. This is the award made and for the trench dwellers. My name is Lauren Plant. This young man is Ron Talley, and Ron is going to be our analyst for this season here on the Anvil Award. I know there are people watching right now who'd be like, Ron Talley, yeah, I remember Ron Talley. But for those who don't, just get them quickly familiar with where you started and where you went.
All right, thank you. Yes, my name is Ronald Talley. I'm a Detroit native, Renaissance High School over in Detroit, Notre Dame, Delaware, played in the NFL from 2009 to 2015. And, it's just a blessing to be here and still involved with a game that's taken me so far and helped me to mature into a much older man as I am now.
Wow. And what a voice, right? He's got a voice made for this. He was definitely born for this kind of work. And he's got a lot of experience when we're talking about guys who play the line. As you're looking on your screen right now, we have our initial top 10 for the Anvil Award. Let's get to the player profile that we have decided to do today. And that is, so far, our number 1 player on the list. His name is Avery Gatch, and he plays for Birmingham Groves.
If you look at this 6'5", 290-pound frame, you see someone with long arms, able to move, and I'll tell you what I really like. He likes to dominate people. And I'm not just saying that physically, all right? He imposes his will. I'm talking about his mentality is fierce. He wants to beat the mess out of his opponents. And that's really what you want to see about the game. He puts his hands on guys, and I'm sure in those pads that there's a sound and impact, because on his film, you can see him here, starting at the line of scrimmage. Next thing you know, he's 5, 10, 15 yards down the field, throwing another opponent down on the ground and just laying on them and getting up slow.
Well, when it comes to voting, the number one guy, so the person who has the most votes, can never be removed from the competition. No matter how well or poorly we feel, or Ron feels, or Beckler feels he is performing, he stays on the list because he's the people's champ. They want to see him there, and that's how you weigh in. So if your community rises up and says, hey, yeah, he might have had a few bad weeks, we're keeping him in the competition, he's going to stay there. If he wins the online vote at the end of the season, he will have an opportunity to automatically be in our Final Four and automatically have a slight advantage to win the whole thing. However, we will choose the other three, and there is a criteria that we follow. You can find that on our website as well. Go to statechampsnetwork.com, click on the contest page, and then, of course, click on the State Champs Annual Awards. All right, we'll see you next week.
My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend family heating and cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Welcome back here to Wayne State University. I am here with Marty Dobeck of the Detroit Sports Commission. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us a little bit today.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's great to be out here today.
Well, we are so excited to be partnering up with you guys to be able to stream these 4 games this weekend. Just how cool is it for you guys on your end to be able to have these all streamed?
Oh, it's excellent. I mean, this is a celebration of high school sports and high school football and, state champs and the engine that you guys provide and the promotion for high school athletics and student athletes in mind. We're really appreciative of state champs and throughout the years. I mean, this is the 19th annual Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic, 12th year at Wayne State, and state champs has been with us along the way, and we're really appreciative of that.
And before these 2 games happened today, there was some flag football that was played a little bit earlier. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we kicked off the inaugural girls flag football showcase. So we had Birmingham Groves and Genesee taking the field earlier today. And it's really a legacy that we built with the hosting of the NFL draft. Really focused on youth sports and getting kids more active, but an emphasis with girls in sports and really empowering them and giving them the same opportunities as the boys have on the field. So it's something that we brought into the event, injected it this year, something we're going to look to do as we move forward.
You mentioned bringing the draft here to Detroit, huge opportunity. Are there any other, events that could come up here in the near future?
Yeah, we're starting to really lay the preliminary structure for the 2027 NCAA Men's Final Four. So that's coming back to Detroit at Ford Field. We're really excited about that. Michigan State University as our host institution. Also, 2028, we have the Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament coming to Detroit for the first time. But we're really always working, NHL, NBA All-Star games and supporting the Red Wings and the Pistons in those efforts. I mean, we're always looking at events, both big and small, to really just bring people to Southeast Michigan and really just provide, economic opportunity with the hosting of those events.
Tons of exciting things coming. You guys have done so much here for the city of Detroit. Marty, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, Sean, going to send it back up to the booth for the second half. Belleville coming out with the ball.
Kara, appreciate you and appreciate Marty Dobeck. I've known Marty for a long, long time. He's a good man, and the Detroit Sports Commission doing some good things here in our community. Speaking of good things, cheesy broadcasting segue. Coach Pintar and the Clarkston Wolves, Grant Perry, have to be feeling really good about their 7-6 lead here to start this third quarter.
Yeah, you got to imagine this is exactly how they drew it up, right? Stay in the game, limit penalties, don't be the one to make the mistakes. Play within ourselves, play within our system. Every man do their job. And as a result of that, they find themselves up 1 point against the heavy hitters of Belleville.
Aiden O'Neill set to kick this off. We'll take a look at this Belleville offense to start this second half. Warm day here. No other way to say that. There's a nice breeze downstairs, I'm told, but up here, not so much. But we love it. No place we'd rather be. O'Neill kicks this off, taken by one of the short men at the 21. Boy, look out, 40, 45, 50, into Clarkston territory and knocked out of bounds. A touchdown-saving tackle by Brady Beck. A great return, setting up shop, Grant Perry, at about the 37-yard line.
And talk about coming out and trying to set the tone here. If you're Belleville, couldn't have drawn it up any better. Number 0, Andre Thomas, getting his name in the game here with a good return, putting them into Clarkston territory. Hey, Belleville's been in Clarkston territory before and didn't score last half, so let's see if they can change things around, find the right plays, and execute here.
Yeah, they started one drive at the 23 and could not convert. Coach Pintar's defense coming up big. Bryce Underwood leads the Tigers back out on the field. Shotgun formation, looks over the defense. In tight, 2 receivers each side. Keeper all the way, a lot of space over the 30. Makes a cut at the 25. Look at that cut. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. My goodness gracious. You wonder why that young man is arguably the most recruited player in the nation. He just showed everybody.
Yeah, he's taking this game in his own hands right here, right now, start of the second half. We saw a run earlier from Bryce Underwood where he hit the sideline, but that was called back. Bryce Underwood.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty. That is after the play, so the touchdown is going to stay on the board. An electrifying 37-yard run by the dynamic Bryce Underwood, who just makes it look so darn easy. Let's see if they go for 2 here. I believe they're going to go for 2 here.
Clarkston is elected to take the penalty yardage on the extra point.
They're going to take the penalty here as opposed to on the kick. So does that change Belleville's mindset? Apparently not. Bryce Underwood in the offense stays out there, Grant.
Yeah, and talking about Coach Calvin Norman this week, just asking him, where do you feel comfortable with the kicker? He said somewhere in the 25 to 30-yard range, but sometimes they don't necessarily give the kicker the opportunity just because they have the threats in the attack of Bryce Underwood. But for this extra point, looks like they're going to trust their kicker here.
Yeah. You can see Underwood in the offense running back out and sending the kicker back in. Braden Lane, the lefty. This is going to be the equivalent of about a 35-yard field goal. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So from 35 yards out, that's an extra point, and the Tigers make this a 13-7 game. Boy, take a look at this replay.
Let's check this out. They're going to hit Bryce Underwood, just a quarterback lead sweep here. He's going to get blockers at the point of attack, and it just becomes a read the block, cut off your guys, and go find the end zone type of run here. Bryce Underwood shows his athleticism, cutting back with the vision. Don't be surprised here if this second half turns into a Bryce Underwood show on the ground. He's got speed. He can beat you on the edge, and they haven't been able to tackle him just quite yet.
Alta Equipment Company knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction. Give them a call at 844-GO-2-ALTA. That's 844-GO, the number 2, A-L-T-A, 13-7. Belleville with a quick answer, a mere 18 seconds in to this second half. Bryce Underwood, a 37-yard touchdown run. Getting some love from some of the fans. Of course, his former players. That's a young man that has had eyes all over him, not just here in the great state of Michigan, but really nationwide for a few years now, Grant.
Yeah, and he's handled the spotlight with tremendous humility and just trying to get other people involved in the team and share some of that spotlight. Just goes to show what kind of kid he is on and off the field.
Well, let's see how Clarkston can respond here. They responded once already. They fell down 6-0 and then had a nice drive themselves. Time-consuming chunk yardage on the ground and found a way to punch it into the end zone. They're going to have to answer again right here.
Yeah, and Clarkston, they've just stayed calm and cool. They haven't gotten too high on their good plays, and they haven't gotten too low on their mistakes. Just keeping a neutral feel here, just going to keep playing their game. They like to get to the perimeter with the run game with Brady Beck. Inside the tackles, expect Griffin Bowman to keep being a force. And the quarterback, number 6, Alex Washenko, is being a unit today. He's taking a lot of hits, but running hard and getting up immediately after those hits, showing them how it's done.
Well, let's see how they line up as they come out onto the field for their first offensive series of this second half. They have 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Washenko, the sophomore quarterback, shotgun formation. Going to keep it on the ground, pitch it out to Bowman. That's Lucas Bowman on the carry. A little room over the left side, up to close to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 yards on that carry, setting up a 2nd and 5.
Good play there by Deshaun Murray, number 51, the defensive end there on the right side of that formation. It's a stretch play. They're trying to get to the outside, and with those stretches, it allows cutbacks inside. Bowman there cuts back, but is grabbed up there by Deshaun Murray, number 51.
On this 2nd and 5, you can see the sophomore quarterback, Washenko, looking over the defense. Running back on his left hip, 2 receivers split near side. Back to pass on 2nd and 5. Throwing near side. Boy, just out of the outstretched arms of senior wide receiver Benny Adams. Good coverage, but that was a good ball.
Yeah, that was a really good ball. Right there by Alex Washenko. First time we really seen him, able to throw the ball downfield, push it downfield in the pocket without being pressured. Good ball there. If you're Benny Adams, number 19 there, you're 6'5". You want to try to work to stack that defensive back, so it gives you an opportunity to try to get in front of that ball. That time he gets pushed to the sideline. Really good job there by Aaron Jones on the coverage.
Well, let's see what they dial up here on this 3rd and 5 from their own 25-yard line. Washenko, shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion near side to far. Keeper all the way. Tries to follow his blockers. Not going to get there. He needed to get to the 30. He got to the 29. Now, we've seen Clarkston go for it on 4th and short in their own territory, mind you, but not this time. Looks like they're going to send the kicking unit out there.
4th down and 1.
Yeah, and Clarkston, one of their last drives in the first half, they lined up, looked like we were going to go for it, and they did the old quarterback, shotgun snap, and he just punted it. So it may look like they might go for it, but he might check it and just punch this one out and try to flip the field here.
Yeah, Mick Mahaffey checks in under center, drops the ball, and they are buried. I think Belleville recovers the fumble. Indeed they do. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know. Were they going for it? Were they going to try that pooch punt? Just a bad snap. couldn't bring it in. We'll take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, here we go. And Clarkston starting to make a few mistakes here. First half, they didn't really have any turnovers, didn't have any plays that really shot them in the foot. Here on fourth down in your own area, if you're going to go for it there, that's not going to help you putting the ball on the ground. They get a new quarterback in there, number 16. That's Mick Mahaffey, Mick Mahaffey there, the sophomore, who's been battling alongside Alex Washenko. And that's what happens. You bring in a quarterback that hasn't been getting the reps. He lines up. He sees these big D linemen. Sometimes that ball slips out of your hands before you can get to the play.
Raymond Smith Jr. standing on the right hip of Bryce Underwood. Packing it in tight again. This is the formation they scored a touchdown from. This time, a jet. It looked for a second like they were going to throw it, but he hesitated and ends up picking up about 5 yards, does Adrian Walker Jr.
And Adrian Walker, dangerous. That's a good play right there, trying to get the defense to bite on the, say, hey, it's a sweep, it's a jet. But then he goes to try to throw it. Good decision there. He gets covered downfield. He was trying to hit Marquise Peoples, number 7. But they covered it well, and Adrian Walker just turned it into a run there. Picked up a few yards there on first down, making this 2nd and 6.
Spreading it out now. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Underwood, shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. Going to pitch it at the last second. Over the 20, over the 15. Blood it cut at the 15. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Boy, is that kid dangerous. We've said it a few times, but Adrian Walker Jr., just a dangerous, dangerous player. Didn't look like there was a lot out there, and the next thing you know, he's 10 yards down the field.
Yeah, he's an elusive player there with a great skill set. I mean, you can't tackle him in a phone booth. I mean, he can make you miss anywhere on the field. Really love that play design there. It's a read option, which then has the option then to Bryce to keep it and then pitch it. Does it, they get the edge there, and they pick up the first down.
Raymond Smith, the single setback, man in motion again. The give, fake the give, swing it outside. 10, 5, touchdown. Too darn easy. Charles Britton the third. And just like that, this explosive Belleville Tiger offense has exploded twice to open up a 19-7 lead, PAT pending.
Yeah, they found their rhythm here in the second half. They've come out hot. They come out determined to make sure that first half wasn't what they wanted to be, the rest of the film on tape. Really good job there. Love the play call. Looks like it's a little play action pass where they fake the inside give. Bryce Underwood turns his back, then rotates out of it, finds the flat receiver in the flat for a touchdown there. Really good play call.
Brady Beck down far side of the field, so an official's timeout. Hope he's okay. Trainer's looking at him, now helping him to his feet. Nice to see the young man run off the field under his own power. Let's see what the Tigers elect to do here. They've opened up a 19-7 lead. As we take a look at the replay here, good play fake here by Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, really good job. And it's a pass. It's a design pass. Couldn't tell if it was an RPO, but the D line, the offensive line doesn't go downfield. Really good job. Bryce turns his back to the right side of the defense. They don't respect number 6 there, the receiver doing a good job. That's Trey Graham, actually. Oh, no, scratch it. Number 6. That's Charles Britton, the third there, getting in the action. Really good play call. Bringing in new faces and new skill set players to really throw off this Clarkston D.
Belleville elects to go for the extra point here. So the lefty back on the field. Number 24, Braden Lane. The senior kicker. Marks off 2 paces to his right. Awaits the snap. High snap, but it's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:17 to go here in this third quarter, Belleville has scored 2 touchdowns in the span of 2 minutes and 43 seconds to open up a 20-7 lead. Hey, when looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. Boy, it's got to be so frustrating, Grant. You played a heck of a first half, and then all of a sudden this Tiger offense comes out and boom, boom, 2 big scores and changed the complexion of this game.
Really has. They broke it open here. And part of the reason why Clarkston was really sticking in that game and sticking in that first half and went into the second half leading was because they weren't shooting themselves in the foot. Belleville had 2 touchdowns called back, 3 personal penalties there, costing 15 yards each. So they've calmed down on the offensive side of the ball, and you can see what happens when they can find their rhythm. They're explosive. They can score as quick as anyone in the state.
Braden Lane set to kick this off. Lefty again. Punches this well into the end zone. And another touchback. Let's see what this Clarkston offense can do. Who did a good job once again in that first half of controlling the ground game, controlling the clock, keeping that offense off the field. I think that defense would like a little of that right now, perhaps a breather on this near sideline.
Yeah, Clarkston, they got to put together a drive here. Right now is the time to respond. 2 quick touchdowns out of Belleville. You got to kind of try to buy some of this clock back, keep Bryce off the field, let him cool down a little bit, try to get this offense moving and put some points on the board.
Here comes the sophomore quarterback once again, Alex Washenko, bringing these Wolves onto the field with a 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 20-7, the Tigers on top of the Wolves here. Game 1 of a doubleheader here tonight at Tom Adams Field. Bunch formation near side, 1 receiver, split far side. Washenko, shotgun. Swings it out. Caught. Brady Beck, nice to see him back in the game. Minimal gain, give him 3, setting up a 2nd and 7.
Has completed to Beck.
Brady looks like he's dealing with a little bit of a leg cramp there. Saw him getting stretched out on the sideline prior to the second half starting as well. So he's just dealing with the heat and the conditions. But they run the bubble screen there. Marcus Peoples is that outside defender. He breaks off the block from Benny Adams. Makes a good tackle there for a short game.
Clock running, 8:45 to go here in this second quarter. Belleville, with 2 quick touchdowns here in the third quarter, has opened up a 20-7 lead. One thing I can tell you about the Wolves, there's no quitting these Wolves, no doubt about that. Washenko, shotgun formation, 2 receivers split each side. Sends a man in motion, far side to near. Inside handoff, boy, a big hit at the 26-yard line, but bouncing right back up, Lucas Bowman.
Tough run there by Lucas, but oh, Lord, Elijah Dotson came across the field. And Belleville, they're playing their safeties low, right? Clarkston hasn't thrown it a lot this game, and they're not really threatening them deep in the pass game. So they're bringing these safeties down. Elijah Dotson, number 11, committed to Pitt, 4-star recruit, shows why right there with the thud on Lucas Bowman.
Something tells me Lucas Bowman likes that. I'm going to go out on a limb. I mean, when you're half of the Bash brothers, something tells me he might like that.
That charged him up.
Yeah. Empty backfield. Trips near side, including that half of the Bash brothers, Lucas Bowman, 1 far side. Washenko by his lonesome, sends a man in motion. Washenko with a keeper. Hit at the 26, fighting for yards. Good 2nd and 3rd effort. I think he picked up the 1st down, and he did.
Yep, those chains are moving, and Washenko, I mean, there's no give up in this kid. I mean, he's fighting for every inch. Understanding as a sophomore, you kind of lose track of, fighting for those extra yards, not knowing where the first down's at, and that's not Alex Washenko. He knows exactly where he has to get, fighting through those big D linemen and those linebackers, not afraid to push the sticks and get the first down.
Clock stops, 7:29 to go here in this third quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Wolves. Checking into this game, number 80, Cameron Love. 1st and 10. Empty backfield again. Trip receivers far side, 2 near side. Man in motion on the jet. Not much room there. Lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage is Grayson Clark.
And Andre Thomas right there, the linebacker, the Central Michigan commit. Really good job. They get a good double team. That's Keon Lees and Drew Ball there on the right side. They get the good double team on Deshaun Morgan, number 51. And Andre Thomas, his job is to step outside and fill the gap that's not filled. He does a good job there tackling, bringing the defender down, or the running back down.
2nd and 10 now. Clarkston from their own 30-yard line. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Going to keep the ball on the ground. A lot of space out there. But, boy, look at that closing speed. My goodness gracious, from Desmond Yarborough. Oh, he got there quick, fast, in a hurry. That looked like there was a lot of space out there. But Yarborough with some closing speed to keep that to only a gain of 2.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head there, Sean. I mean, it looks like he was going to be able to turn the corner, get a few yards, and maybe even pick up a first down and hit the sideline. But Desmond Yarborough, Miami, Ohio commit, comes through, closing speed, showing him why he's a D1 prospect. His brother also plays at Miami, Ohio. It runs in the family.
3rd and 8. Belleville shows blitz. Let's see if they bring it. They back off now, some movement. Rolling near side now. Looking near side. Got a man out there, complete. 30, 20, 10, 5. Pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Wide open downfield, Benny Adams. Boy, a miscommunication in the secondary, no doubt about that, because Benny Adams was all kinds of wide open.
Yeah, what you're going to see here is a double move. They're trying to find the fish. Fish is the guy who's going to bite on the double move, and that's Aaron Jones, number 14. Gets caught with his eyes in the backfield, the 6'5 target. Benny Adams, number 19, trying to get in the end zone. Good make-up speed by Aaron Jones, keeping him out of the end zone. But what a play, and boy, did Clarkston need that one.
Back in business are these Wolves. Bringing it in tight. You got both Bash brothers out there. Handoff. Down to the 1. They're going to give him forward progress to the 1 before he was pushed back. That's Griffin Bowman. Nice to see both those Bash brothers in the backfield, huh?
Yeah, they run hard. I mean, they make it known that they're the Bash brothers. I mean, you could throw Alex Washenko in there, too, the way he's running and taking hits today. They're playing hard here. They're going to need some Bash brother love here to put this one in. It's going to be a hard yard here.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. This would be a huge answer for the Wolves. Going to give it again to Bash brother number 1, and he's in the end zone is Griffin Bowman. Touchdown, Wolves. Boy, Grant, they needed that.
Yes, they did, and you got to compliment the play leading up to the drive here, and Benny Adams catching that double move. Great throw by Alex Washenko, putting them in a position to score. And that's what it comes down to in these week 1 games, these early games. You got to execute on the plays that are open in there to put you in a position to win. They do. They get on the board again and make this a 1-score game.
Aiden O'Neill out there for the PAT. Your holder is Brody Denver, the junior. Takes 2 paces to his left, awaits a snap. Little wiggle there, low snap, but down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So timeout on the field with 5:22 to go. 2014 game, Grant.
Yeah, here we go. It's hard-nosed football. And who do you give it to? One of the Bash brothers. That's number 38. That's Bash brother 38. Griffin Bowman working through the line of scrimmage. That's 1 yard, but that's a hard yard to get. Really good job lowering the shoulder. Good guy, credit the O-line there. Bodie St. Amour, Drew Ball, and Keon Lee's on that right side.
Well, now the onus is on this defense. This Tiger offense. 2 touchdowns early on here in this 3rd quarter certainly changed the complexion of the game. Here's a good look at the sophomore quarterback. Sitting next to Bash brother, wearing the number 1. All those fans, you know they're in handy right now. If you have any extra of those fans, you can bring them up here if you want.
Happily take one of those.
Very, very happy. Thank you. Beautiful day here in Midtown Detroit. Warm, but beautiful nonetheless. No place we'd rather be. Anybody's football game again. Big answer here by the Wolves, cutting this lead to 6. Belleville now with a 20-14 lead. Aiden O'Neill kicking to the south towards Ford Field. How's that? Well, the Lions will be underway just a mere 9 days from now. Into the end zone it goes. Sunday night football. What better way to start the season? That's a guy I think we're familiar with, Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. Looking forward to that. Grant, expectations have never been this high for the Detroit Lions.
It's exciting times. Exciting times.
No doubt about that. Hey, let's take a flashback if we have a second here. The Clarkston football program has won 3 Division I state champs. The first one came in 2013 when they took care of Detroit Catholic Central. Went back-to-back in 2014 with the win over Saline. And then who can forget that classic 3-2 final score over West Bloomfield to claim the 2017 Division I state title. Take a look at some of those highlights right here, and there's that Division I state title. Big interception there at Ford Field. And the celebration commences. Great community up there in Clarkston. Boy, it seems like they excel at everything. Been fun to watch their hockey team really improve the last few years as well. Excited for what the future holds for them as well. Let's see what the defense can do. Bryce Underwood leads his Tigers back out on the field with 5:22 to go here in the third quarter. Belleville hanging on to a 20-14 lead.
If you're Clarkston here, be ready to protect the perimeter. Belleville's been attacking the perimeter in the pass game and in the run game. Got to try to contain the speed, try to keep it in between your tackles where your big hitters, your strongest tacklers are.
He's got two receivers split outside, two on the inside. Underwood, shotgun formation, claps his hands. Gonna keep it on the ground. Boyce, big hole, 30, 35, what a cut. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. My goodness gracious, what an electrifying run. Andre Thomas Jr. Just like that.
And I talked too soon there. I said you got to watch for the perimeter, make them run up the middle. Belleville does just that, and Clarkston maybe anticipating the perimeter there. Belleville strikes up the middle. Really good run there by Andre Thomas, showing the wheels there to get it in the end zone.
Well, with the missed extra point, I felt at some point in time they might go for two, and I think they might do it right here, Grant Perry. Bryce Underwood in the offense stays out there. Currently holding on to a 26-14 lead. Underwood under center. Now he's going to move over, a little wildcat, walks into the end zone.
And you're not kidding, Sean. He slowly walked into that end zone. But you're going to see the run here inside, and just pay attention. Look at the double team on the guard right there, the nose guard. Number 55 doing a great job. That's Trezell Jenkins right there doing a good job, and then Andre Thomas does the rest. Good downfield blocking from the receivers, and you see the vision to get inside and then get back to the sideline, find green grass, break the arm tackles, and take it all the way. Got to credit the O-line there, and Trezell Jenkins Jr. And the rest of that O-line there paving the way.
Boy, Grant, I thought Brady Beck took a pretty good angle on him, and it really goes to show you maybe that second gear that Andre Thomas Jr. has, that he could outrun that. Hey, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, family, not just the name of their company, but the way they do business. I can attest to that. They've serviced my house many, many times. Always appreciate the work and the honesty of family. Here's a look at Andre Thomas, the electrifying run, and then the easy two-point conversion.
It's about as easy as they come. That was really fun to play design there. I like how they drew that up, executed well.
Boy, we've seen answers from both teams here in this third quarter. Can Clarkston answer again? The lefty sends this one deep, a foot into the end zone, and that means touchback. Boy, he wanted to return it, didn't he? You could tell him kind of, Mick Mahaffey kind of threw his head up as if to say, man, I wanted to take that back.
Yep, he wanted to make up for that fumble he had earlier in their own area. You could see he really wanted to take that one. But, like you said, you get anything in that end zone, and they're going to blow that whistle for a touchback.
Here's a look at Bryce Underwood. One of the best players in the country. That is not an overstatement. He really is. Certainly one of the most recruited players in the country. Made the decision to go play for BK and the LSU Tigers in that 2,000% humidity down in Baton Rouge. Pitch it now here to Bash Brother number one. Makes one man miss, makes another couple miss. Boy, good hard run, very close to a first down before he's pushed back. I think they're going to give him forward progress, and that should be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, really good job there. Got to credit the left side of the line. Hayden Flavin just kind of paving the way, number 71 left tackle, allowing Bash Bro 1, Lucas Bowman, to get to the edge and capture a first down.
Lucas Bowman wears the number 1. Griffin Bowman wears the number 38. Move the chains. Fresh set it down for the Wolves. They trail 28-14. Their work is cut out for them twofold. They're down 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden it looks like that Tiger offense found its mojo. Let's see what Waschenko does here. Tigers show blitz, going to keep it on the ground. Nothing doing there. Met at the line of scrimmage, lucky to fall forward for about 4 feet, setting up 2nd and 8.5.
And Clarkston, I mean, they're the Bash Bros. They run the ball. They had, that's kind of their DNA, right? They want a hard-nosed football. The only thing that does is it allows the defense to play low and near the line of scrimmage, allowing your safeties to play up and close and personal in that box. Desmond Yarborough right there with the tackle for a short gain.
Clock running now, 4 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Wolves faced with a 2nd, and we'll call it 8 because we're nice. 2 receivers split far side, 2 near side, empty backfield this time for Waschenko. Sophomore quarterback sends a man in motion, gives it to him in motion. A little space out there that time for Colton Williams. Falls forward to about the 35. We'll give him 3, setting up a manageable 3rd and 5.
One of the first times we're hearing Colton Williams' name. He's a guy that they're expecting a lot of things out of this year. Didn't play a lot in last season. Coaches are looking for him to be a guy that they can count on the perimeter to make plays.
3rd and 5 for the Wolves. Waschenko talking to his offensive unit. Brings it back out there. Split far side of the field. We got 1 receiver, bunch formation near side. Single back. That is Griffin Bowman on his left hip. Give to Bowman, then turn around and give to Brady Beck. But Belleville smells it out, holds him to a gain of 1, setting up a 4th and 4. Now, I need to say this again. We've seen Clarkston gamble in situations like this. Might they do it here, Grant, down by 2 scores?
They very well could, but it looks like they're going to be rushing out the punt team.
Indeed.
And just preaching to their defense. Guys, let's get a hold here. Don't allow them to score fast. Give us a chance here to get back on offense.
Braden Bauer stands on his own 20. Belleville sends 2 men deep. Antoine Thomas and
Walker is deep.
Adrian Walker Jr. Uh-oh. Trouble with the snap. He's going to have to take off and run. He's not going to get there. Low snap. Sorry for the trouble with the snap reference, but picks it up, tries to get what he can out of it.
32, Bauer with the carry.
Only gets to the 31-yard line, and again, a short field for the Belleville Tigers here.
Yeah, sent shivers down my spines as soon as you said that. Trouble with the snap. A little PTSD kicked in right there for me, but Clarkston there, trying to get the ball, on the other side, trying to push back and flip the field there, and just couldn't. And there was no running lanes for the punter. Belleville's got great speed, and they chased him down.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm being a swarmy Michigan State fan. That wasn't the time. That wasn't the time.
That was just a quiet low blow.
Yeah.
Snuck it in there. Little rib shot.
Bryce Underwood, shotgun formation, trip receivers far side of the field, 1 near side of the field, single set. 1st and 10, Underwood, back to pass. Looks over the middle, intercepted. Stepping right up, reading that all the way is Beck. Beck to the 25, gets a block, has another block. Out past the 40, breaks a tackle up to the 45-yard line.
All right, Mr. Beck, I see you, brother. Way to come back and way to get the ball back for your offense here. Bryce Young's going to look to the right, trying to get that safety off his landmark and Brady Beck. He's got a good route by the receiver there, and that receiver does a good job of getting up the field, but Brady Beck catches it all the way, playing that center field position. Does a good job of catching that and then getting back and returning that thing for some good yardage.
Looked like a wide receiver, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He does a little bit of both, as you know, safety and wide receiver. Well, that's a reversal of fortune to be sure. Clarkston with some new life. 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line for Coach Pintar and the Wolves. Waschenko has Bowman on his left hip, 2 receivers each side. Shotgun formation as he's been all game. Sends a man in motion, gives to Bowman. Griffin Bowman that time, not a lot of space up there, did what he could just to pick up a yard, setting up a 2nd and long.
Good tackle by there, number 40, Brendan Reyes. Seeing the ball come right off the table, stepping up, getting your pad level low, shoulder on the ball. Really formed tackle there for a short gain.
Clock running. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. A long third quarter with all the scoring. Both teams getting it done. Belleville with 3 touchdowns here. Clarkston with 1. Clarkston currently faced with a 2nd and 9 from their own 49. Empty backfield look for Waschenko. Belleville shows blitz. Man in motion. They back off. Going to hand it off. Bowman. Good stiff arm there. Into Belleville territory. Should be good enough for a first down. Boy, good job following the blockers there, Grant.
Yeah, really good run there. And one thing that motion does, it allows you to see what their defense is doing, right? If a guy runs with them, it means they're in man coverage. If no one runs with them, it means they're just going to zone it off, and they're just pushing their responsibilities to the motion. That time, they don't get anyone running with. They get numbers on that edge, and Bowman makes them pay there for a big run on second down, making this a very manageable third down.
Yeah, they're going to mark them just short. Just short. They're at the 43. They need to get just shy of the 42. The give is to Bowman. Makes a spin. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and brought down at the 39-yard line.
When you're running, I mean, you got to get north and south versus Belleville team. The second you start running lateral, you start opening up the fact that these guys can run and hawk you down there. That was a hard-earned few yards right there for a first down. And good job by Bowman getting sideways, getting lateral, but then getting back north with the spin.
That is the last play of this third quarter, an explosive third quarter for the Belleville Tigers. They put up 22 on the board. They have a 28-14 lead, but Clarkston threatening in Belleville territory. When we come back, whether you're watching on WDIV, we thank you, or the State Champs Network.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
The time about the importance of building up a program, and that's exactly what they have done here at Clarkston. Coach telling us they had 2 camps over the summer for their youth program, over 175 kids at each of them. I asked him why he thinks it's so big, and he said people at Clarkston just love football. Simple as that. And as you can see behind me, they love cheerleading too.
Great stuff, Kara. Fourth quarter now. Clarkston with a 4th and 1, going to hand it off. Got the first down inside the 36-yard line. Or excuse me, that was a 1st and 10. I was looking at the scoreboard. My apologies there. End up picking up 3, setting up a 2nd and 7, Grant.
Good run there, good hard run on first down. You really want to try to keep the stick, stay ahead of the chains, especially here when you're in the fourth quarter and every play starts mattering even more. Really got to stay disciplined and really lock in.
2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Waschenko single back behind him is Griffin Bowman. Looks over the defense on this 2nd and 7 at the Belleville 36. Going to hand it off to Bowman. Bowman hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. 3 Tigers jumped up there. pushed him back. That's going to be a loss of about a yard, setting up a 3rd and long.
And that, I mean, up front, you know, the left side of the line, Hayden Flavin and Zach Radlick really pushed down and got good displacement on the D-line. But, you know, as a running back, you get 3 steps to the line of scrimmage, and these guys are flying around for Belleville. I mean, that was Desmond Yarborough and Elijah Dotson, both in on the tackle. Both of their guys are safeties. The lack of the pass game here for Clarkston is really giving Belleville the ability to play low and play physical and get everyone involved in the run game.
This time it looks like Washenko's going to line up under center. Haven't seen this much out of the team so far. He rolls right side. He's got a lot of real estate out there. Pressured, looking downfield, got a man out there. Caught! What a catch at the 1-yard line by Benny Adams. And Benny Adams has come oh so close to a couple of touchdowns. Brought down on a long play at the 2, and that time brought down at the 1. They're going to mark him down at the 3, in fairness, Grant.
And you can just see, I mean, look at the calm composureness. Brady is like, hey, guys, we still got a mission to do. I don't want to celebrate a really good pass here, rollout pass. You're going to see them fake the handoff, and he's rolling. He's just taught, hey, get outside the pocket. Give yourself a second to throw it. That pressure's coming. And then you're going to throw it up to what guy? You're going to throw it up to Benny Adams, number 19. He's 6'5", but his knee is down. It looks like his ball was short of the goal line. I think that's a good call by the Stripes. But 6'5" on, you know, a 6-foot corner, that's all day. We'll take that all day.
Now they're going to move that up to the 1-yard line. Clarkston in business. Both Bowman's in. Bowman number 1. Is he in? Touchdown! Lucas Bowman that time. Into the end zone. And a huge answer by the Wolves.
Looked like Lucas Bowman had to earn that one. He looks like he jumped up to try to get over, got rejected, came back down to earth, and then kept fighting. And that's just a prime example of what the Clarkston Wolves do, is they get hit, but they keep on fighting, and that's what they're doing here in this 4th quarter.
They keeping the offense out there. Let's see. Boy, I believe they are. Are they going to go for 2 here? Grayson Clark checks in. Washenko's still out there. Absolutely they are.
Yeah.
Gutsy call here. Lucas Bowman, the lone setback. 2 receivers split near side. Washenko under center. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass, feeling the pressure, throws to the back of the end zone, tipped, incomplete. So the Belleville defense holds, and Belleville holds on to a 28-20 lead.
Yep, Lucas Bowman, Bash Bro 1 here, jumps up, gets rejected, but keeps fighting. It's his 2nd effort, and that's a story of the day for the Clarkston Wolves. Get hit, but keep fighting. And they just made this a 1-score game here early in the 4th. We're so good things happening here for the Clarkston Wolves.
Hey, listen, they are right in this game. You make no mistake about that. This Clarkston team is playing fired up on both sides of the ball. They've been able to force a couple of mistakes. This offense has been able to do some things, but with all the firepower on the other side, you know as well as I do, and we saw it in the 3rd quarter, Grant, this Belleville offense can score quick, fast, in a hurry.
Absolutely, and they've shown it this 2nd half, just like you said, Sean. And right now, if you're Clarkston, you know, you haven't played any football up until this game, right? This is week 1 of your season, but this is where you got to start digging deep and talking to your players and say, hey, guys, we have to do everything right. Trust in your coaches, trust in the call, stick to your assignment, trust that the guy next to you is going to do his job, you do your job. Try to get back off the field here and get the ball back to your offense.
Aiden O'Neill marks this one off, sends her deep, another big booming kick. Boys, that kid got a leg on him. We've seen that a few times. Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. I have a trivia question for the crew here. There is one person in our broadcast booth that has appeared on the Mr. Football list. Is it Kevin? Is it Sean? Or is it Grant Perry? Grant, do you care to offer an answer?
Well, you know, I'm going to guess.
It's not Sean.
You only said one last name, so I'm going to go with the guy you said last name, maybe. Just maybe you gave it away there. I don't know. That's my best guess.
Here's Bryce Underwood, handed it off this time. Boy, big hole over the left side, out past the 25, past the 30, and a big 1st down run all the way to the 34-yard line. Faulkner again. We've called his name a couple times. The diminutive running back picks up 14 on a first down carry.
Yeah, you can just see his explosiveness, smaller size and shape, but the ability to get through the hole and get past that first line of defense, get to the backers, and then get to the third level. That's what we've seen here in the second half, is the ability for Belleville to hit their athletes in space on this second level, third level defenders.
Underwood, shotgun formation, claps his hand. The give is to Faulkner again, this time over the right side. Another nice hole over the right side, out past the 40, up to the 41-yard line. That should be a gain of 7, setting up a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and it looks like that play was going to hit in the middle there. TJ Schaefer, 81, did a good job of closing down for Clarkston. And the speedy Faulkner, Trevor, just bounces it outside, meets 2 linebackers, falls forward for a good gain on first down.
2nd and 3, clock running, 9.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. Belleville clinging to a 28-20 lead. Man in motion now. Keeper all the way by Underwood. Boy, look at that stutter step. Look out, into the clear. Well into Clarkston territory, finally brought down at the 39. He makes it look so easy, Greg.
Yep, and with this 3-down front that Clarkston runs, you can add simulated pressure, meaning that you can bring 4 guys to make it seem like someone's blitzing, but it's not a blitz. It's just a normal 4-man rush. They do that there. They get a free guy off the edge, but he can't seem to contain Bryce Underwood, and not a lot of guys can. Bryce Underwood makes him miss, picks up a huge first down, and keeps these chains moving.
Faulkner stays in, 2 receiver split far side, 2 near side. Shotgun formation, clap of the hand, the give to Faulkner. Boy, those big nasties up front doing their work. A lot of holes down there, but the hanky comes in late. Faulkner with what appears to be about a 9-yard run, but let's check that flag. Boy, these offensive linemen, though, doing some work up front. Want to give them some love, to be sure.
Absolutely. They're pushing off the ball, getting a really good push, just paving the way right now for this run game.
Let's see what the call is here. Hold indeed.
On the offense, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, repeats the down.
That is not a spot foul. That is from the line of scrimmage. So that is going to move Belleville back to what, the 44-yard line? 49, excuse me, 49-yard line.
We saw in the first half when Belleville started making mistakes, started shooting themselves in the foot, they weren't really succeeding after that. As far as the drives go, there were some punts, there were some turnovers. This is what Clarkston wants. Clarkston wants the ability to push Belleville back and have them fight for yards here.
1st and 20 now for the Tigers. 2 receiver split far side, 2 near side. You can see the linemen pointing at their responsibilities. Underwood surveying the situation. Man in motion, gonna keep it. Boy, look at that cut. Another cut. 40. Stiff arms another guy. 30. Another cut at the 25. Finally brought down from behind at the 18-yard line. You would think a big target like that, Grant, would be easy to bring down. Think again.
Think again. I mean, and I don't think he gets enough credit for just how athletic of a kid he is. And we were talking to Coach Calvin Norman, and they said there was one day where he's out playing 7-on-7, but he's playing receiver, going and catching passes, diving for things, which was a little scary for those coaching staff. But sometimes you got to let him be a kid, and right there he's playing, running around, having a good time, making guys miss. He's elusive, man. He can beat you with his legs just as well as his arm.
Trevor Faulkner lines up this time on the right hip of that explosive quarterback. The give is to Faulkner. He's met in the backfield. Has to go backwards. Good pursuit there. Boy, give credit where credit is due. Jack Koch stepped up the junior and just would not let him get outside.
That's great pursuit. Yeah, like you said, by Jack Koch. Great energy guy, Jack Koch is. He's going to be a guy on that defense that, is a little bit more vocal, right? He's going to talk a little smack, try to get in your head a little bit. That's what coaches said. He's a chirper. He brings the energy in practice. And right there, he came up with a big tackle there on first down.
It's a loss of about 3 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 13. Faulkner stays in, switches from the right side to the left hip of Underwood. 2 receivers each side. Shotgun formation on the 2nd and 13. The give is to Faulkner, near side. He's hit, excuse me, that's not Faulkner, that's Raymond Smith, my apologies. Out past the 20, back to about the original line of scrimmage.
And I think tomorrow when Belleville watches this tape and this play comes up, I think Raymond Smith is going to put his head down. I think he missed a touchdown type of hole through the middle. I mean, Andre Johnson just took one step and totally sealed off the D tackle there. Deshaun Murray then got to the second level. Raymond Smith bounces it. I think that one's got to hit inside. I think it's a bigger play if he does.
3rd and 10 from the Wolf, 18-yard line, shotgun formation. Claps his hands, does Underwood. Swings it outside. Pass is caught at the 20. Works his way down to the 11, but a swarming Wolf pack down there brings him down at the 12. So decision time for Belleville. A field goal would be huge here. It would be about 29 yards and put them up by 11. Obviously, you know they'd love nothing more than to put another 7 on the board. Let's see what they decide to do here. Clock running with 6:15 to go here.
4th down and 4.
We're going to get a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Clarkston.
That is Clarkston's timeout, so this gives both teams an opportunity to catch a breather, maybe drink some fluid. I want to remind people the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Total team effort for us as well here, Grant, not just you and I. The entire staff up here, the entire staff down on the field. Can't thank them enough for their hard work. And we got one more game tonight as well.
Absolutely, should be a good one. A little Ohio versus Michigan high school football matchup. Some high-powered recruits in that game. Excited to see that one unfold here under the lights.
No, Ohio is interesting. I'm sure you know this, but here in the great state of Michigan, you have one area that's all about the maize and blue. You have another area that's all about the green and white. In Ohio, they're all about the scarlet and gray. It doesn't matter if it's Youngstown or Cleveland or in Cincinnati. No disrespect to the Bearcats. Buckeye fans all over the state. Fourth and 4. They are keeping the offense out there. How about this? A field goal would make it a 2-score game. Flags fly. Let's see what this is. Oh, a free first down, Grant. That's going to go against Clarkston. Oh, devastating for the Wolves.
That's tough. That is tough. That's one of Clarkston's first real mistakes of the game. That's really going to cost them here late in the game. Man, you wish it didn't happen. You want to see that 4th down play unravel. But Belleville gets gifted here a first down, and we got about 4 or 5 yards here to go. 6, excuse me.
Yeah, we'll call it a 7-yard line. 1st and goal from the 7. Underwood with 2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers split, near side, 1 far side. Claps his hands, gets the snap, hands it off, some space over the left side, hit it the 3, trying to spin his way into the end zone. Not able to do it that time.
28, Trey Center, the first one to meet.
Raymond Smith there, number 5, with a really good block. And then Andre Thomas with the vision to cut through, find the open area, get this thing closer to the goal line here. Belleville, they're going to eat up the clock here as long as they can and just try to put this thing in.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Underwood staying in the shotgun as he has all game. 2 men still in the backfield, 2 receivers split near side. Claps his hands, high snap, going to hand it off. Hit in the backfield, ball comes loose. Wolves recover. Wolves recover at the 3-yard line. T.J. Schaefer jumped on that. And oh baby, Clarkston gets new life. Another turnover.
And talk about not giving up. Bodie Davis coming in and making a play on the football on Raymond Smith. Number 81, T.J. Schaefer also in on the play. Then T.J. jumps on it. And it just as it looks like Belleville's going to take a 2-score lead. Those Clarkston Wolves, man, you can't count them out until that clock hits 0, and they're in this game here with the ball late in the 4th quarter.
Boy, the Tigers have left that door wide open. They're a long way away from the end zone. And then don't forget, even if they get to the end zone, they have to convert a 2-point conversion. But as the meme says, are you saying there's a chance? Yes, we are saying there's a chance.
Absolutely. And that 2-point conversion that Clarkston missed earlier, I wish they had that one back now.
Shenko, they're just trying to give themselves some area up there. Nice push from the offensive line up to about the 7-yard line. Gives them a little breathing room out there, setting up what should be a 2nd and 6. You can see this sophomore quarterback, Alex Washenko, looking to the near sideline. Coach Pintar and his staff letting him know what they are looking for. 93 yards away. And a 2-point conversion, mind you. In tight again, keeping it on the ground. Handoff inside to about the 10 and then push back, setting up what should be a manageable 3rd and 3.
And they're just playing it smart here in their own area, right? They're just trying to pick up a few yards here and there. And just like you said, Sean, just trying to make it a 3rd down and manageable. Don't want to force anything. Don't want to throw an incomplete pass where you don't pick up any yards. You don't want to lose yards either. So they're doing a good job of moving forward, picking up chunks with a manageable 3rd down here. And you got to imagine that this clock winds down. If it's a 4th and very manageable, they'll probably have to go for it.
Trey Setter checks out, checking back in. Griffin Bowman. The lone setback, 2 receivers split each way, shotgun formation. Washenko gives it inside, 1st down and more, out past the 15-yard line to the 16-yard line. Bash brother number 38, Griffin Bowman. Exactly 4 minutes to go.
Just following Bodie St. Amour right there, number 62, the center there for Clarkston, the junior, paving the way. And these holes are opening up. The running backs have the ability to get through them and get to the linebackers. It's just Belleville's speed to be able to close on the football. That's not allowing the explosive plays to take place for Clarkston here in the run game.
Good news for Clarkston. They have 3:45 on the clock and 2 timeouts as well. Fresh set of downs on their own 16-yard line. Belleville, 28. Clarkston, 20. Washenko, shotgun formation. Belleville shows blitz. They back off. Washenko rolls near side. Throws. Going out there. He's got a man wide open. This is going to be a Clarkston touchdown. Hank Horning, 84 yards. And Washenko on the other end of the field took a big shot, but stayed in there and delivered a strike for the Wolves touchdown.
And what a play here. You got to find the fish. And right now, Belleville goes to a 5-down front. So Clarkston says, we're going to throw this thing. Alex Washenko takes an absolute hit, but throws a great ball to number 18 right there. Does a fantastic job of catching it. Hank Hornung does a good job of running through the catch. And that was on number 14, Aaron Jones again. He gets beat deep for the pass again to put them down. Really good job here by Hornung of catching that ball, and Alex Washenko sticking in that pocket and throwing that football.
2-point conversion forthcoming. 28-26. 3:20 left here in the 4th quarter. Belleville with a late addition on the field. Washenko in the shotgun. The give on the jet. He was looking to throw. He is going to throw. 2-pointer! How about that? Brady Beck, who's done a little bit of everything, finds Brody Roush. And we're all tied up with 3:20 to go. What a wild game this has been at Tom Adams Field.
I mean, Sean, I can't contain myself. I'm over here about to tackle you in the booth. This game is getting so good. It's coming down to each and final play. Brady Beck with the halfback toss. Really love the play call because it gives you the option to run it if it's there or throw it. He does it just that. Throws it to the senior, Brady Roche, and they convert when they need it most. What a drive. What a couple of plays. And boy, do we got a good game here right now.
Now, the good news is for Clarkston, it's all tied up. The bad news is there's 3:20 on the clock. There's Bryce Underwood on the other side of the field and 3 timeouts at his disposal. But we've mentioned it a couple times. This game, and I know the Clarkston faithful know this, There are no quit in these Wolves, no doubt about that. Now we ask ourselves, what can the Tigers do? All tied up, 28 apiece. Aiden O'Neal set to send this one deep. And as he's done all night tonight, sends this one very, very deep. Touchback. So here comes Bryce Underwood and this Tiger offense. I got to be honest with you, from all my years working hockey in the Ontario Hockey League, I've been tempted all game to call the Belleville Tigers the Belleville Bulls because there used to be a team called the Belleville Bulls in the league. I think I've refrained from doing it, so I don't want to change that now and jinx it. Here comes Underwood in this offense with a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers split near side, 2 far side.
1st and 10 at the 20 of Belleville.
Underwood in the shotgun. I believe that's 5. Raymond Smith as his lone setback. I'll be honest with you, I can't tell from this angle. Claps his hands once. It is Raymond Smith. He gets the call. Slips, but finds a way to regain his footing and take it up to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3, setting up a 2nd and 7.
And really good job there by Brady Cody and TJ Schaefer of hustling to the football. Raymond Smith stumbles with his feet, ends up picking up a few yards, but is met quickly by Brady Cody, the senior middle linebacker, and TJ Schaefer, number 81, the defensive end for these Clarkston Wolves.
2nd and 7, Underwood looking over that defense. Shotgun formation, there's the clap, there's the snap, keeps it on the ground. Makes a cut at the 25, makes a couple men miss. Good hard run to kind of leap himself backwards to a 1st down to the 31-yard line, Grant.
Yeah, and right now, if you're Clarkston, you're happy with what's going on. Yes, they just picked up a 1st down, but you're keeping everything in front of you. You're not allowing the big play to happen just yet, but you got to be, keep it aware, right? You got athletes everywhere. They can score in a hurry, so just keep rallying to the football. And we've seen good things happen when multiple guys get to that football. You can cause turnovers. So stay disciplined here.
Good point. Clock running. 2:25 to go here. Now Belleville does have all 3 timeouts. Underwood surveying that defense. Claps his hands. There's the snap. They're going to keep it on the ground. Pick up to about the 34-yard line. Well, they're going to give him forward progress to the 35, 4 yards there. But you're right, Clarkston will take that all day.
Yeah,
at this point in time with the clock running, 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and Clarkston wants to turn that clock into their ally, and they're doing it right now as Underwood and this Belleville offense are trying to get across midfield. That last play, Lamar Fairfax, I think, got away with a little tug on T.J. Schaefer's jersey. But these linebackers right now for Clarkston are filling, and they're hitting hard right now.
Malik Morrell, the lone setback, bringing it in tight again. Underwood in that shotgun. There's that clap. There's the snap. Pressure comes from the outside. He steps up, feels it. Underwood's going to take off running. 40, going to dance out of bounds into the Clarkston sideline at the 45-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops with a $1:29 to go. All tied up at 28 apiece.
Yeah, and that's what Bryce Underwood can do to you. He drops back, doesn't like what he sees. He can just step up and become a runner. Really got to try to contain him. Maybe you want to stay out of man coverage, keep it in zone so everyone can have eyes on the quarterback and try to keep him from hurting you with his legs again.
I know our own rock and Robbie. Clarkston proud, watching this, taking it all in. We give him a shout out. Keeper all the way for Underwood. Boy, look at that cut. Into Wolf territory. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. He is something else.
Yes, he is. And he's just showing you what he can do with his legs. I mean, he is elusive. And he's not doing it with his arm right now. He's doing it with his legs. And he's saying, hey, put it on my back. I'll carry us there. I had that sour taste on my mouth from that finals last year. I don't want it again. Not going to happen week 1 here. And really good job there by Belleville of sticking to it, getting a score here, running some clock down, and scoring with only 1:18 left.
Boy, is that kid special. Grant, he makes it look so easy. It's incredible.
It's a man amongst boys when he's running.
Woo! Now, the all-important extra point attempt here. Braden Lane out there. Marking it off. For the time being, 34-28. Now, make no mistake, still a lot of time on the clock. 1:18 to go, and the Wolves have 2, count them 2, timeouts. Flags fly. Let's see what this is all about. Another illegal substitution by Clarkston. Now, does this make the Tigers rethink this?
I think it does. I think there's some moving around on the other Belleville sideline. I think they're going to bring their guys in here and try to put this one in for 2.
Yeah, I can see 19 putting on his helmet on the other side of the field. As they move that ball up to the 1-yard line, here comes Bryce Underwood in that offense. 34-28. Tigers on top. Here's that formation again on the 2-point conversion. Saw this earlier. Underwood under center. Now, direct snap. Yeah, movement. Gonna move that back.
Couple guys moving there.
I think Braden Lane's trotting back out on the field now, huh?
Yeah, just a game of musical chairs, if you will.
So this will be a 23-yard extra point. Here he comes, the lefty kicker. Just to reiterate, still a ton of time. Wolves have shown they have a big play offense of their own. They've had a couple of big plays downfield. Benny Adams in particular with a couple of long receptions.
Yeah, they haven't thrown it a lot today, but when they have, they've been effective, and it's kept them in this game.
Adams pacing it off. The lefty awaits a snap. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-28. Belleville on top of Clarkston.
And the cherry on top here. I mean, Bryce Underwood, coming back, crossing field, the eyes, and the way to stay, keep your eyes downfield. You're getting blocking from Elijah Dotson, the 4-star commit, hustling through to the line of scrimmage with a great touchdown block. Belleville Tigers take the lead here late in this 4th quarter.
Let's have a Belleville flashback here. This is the 3rd straight appearance for Belleville at the PKC. In 2022, the Tigers took care of Novi. Let's not forget that game-winning touchdown that Bryce Underwood threw to Julian Johnson as the Tigers beat the River Rouge Panthers.
Mahaffey and Horning. Deep.
Look at Underwood. Where's that arm? What a throw. Into the end zone. Another dandy here today. 35-28. Kudos to both of these teams. 2 really good football teams, regardless of who ends up winning this one. Make no mistake about that. Calvin Norman's got himself a Tiger squad that can compete with anybody, as Coach Pintar, Justin Pintar, and the Wolves can as well, just by evidenced by this dandy. We're not done yet. No, sir. Detroit King, Cleveland Heights coming up later on Local 4. Our friends from Channel 4, we appreciate them. And, of course, Game Time Live here on the State Champs Network. Squib kick taken on the bounce at the 22. Hit at about the 34, falls forward to the 35. And that is where this offense will take over. It was Rouse who caught the 2-point conversion. And Washenko, this offense, 65 yards to go. And then they need the extra point. They have 1:14 to go, 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Got to be impressed by this sophomore quarterback, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just his sheer determination, his will, his grit, toughness. I mean, he has taken some serious hits that would have put out a couple quarterbacks around this league. I mean, he is sticking in there. He doesn't care what happens to him. He's fighting to the end with these Wolves.
Lucas Bowman, the lone setback, trips far side. Washenko back to pass, tries to set up a screen. Oh, Bowman with a ton of room. Into Belleville territory, takes a big hit at the 45, brought down at the 44. not before he picks up a first down, and the Wolves in business. Great play call there.
Great play call, understanding that Belleville's been putting their ears back all day, trying to get to the quarterback. Why not entice them to come upfield and just drop it off right behind them? Really good screen pass there.
Washenko back to pass, throwing far side of the field. He's got a man out there, caught. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Boy, I thought, let's take a look at this replay. I thought Benny Adams brought that in. Let's see.
Yeah, Belleville's late getting over there. Antoine Thomas late getting over there, adjusting. Great ball. Number 1, Antoine Thomas fights through it.
Oh, they're saying he didn't have control. Okay, I get that.
Didn't
I get
control
that.
it through the ground.
56 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Wolves at the Tiger 43-yard line. Washenko, shotgun formation. 2 receivers split each side. Rolls near side, stops, pops, has a man out there, in and out of the hands. Brody Rouse was looking when he should have been catching.
That's a simple, hey, I'm about to catch it. I don't feel anyone on me. You go to try to make a move, but you got to catch it first. The first step is to catch it. Second step is to secure it. Third step is then to get upfield in that order. He just tried to do 2 before 1.
3rd and 10. Make no mistake about it, 4 down territory. We know that. 2 receivers split far side, 1 on the near side. Washenko, shotgun formation. Belleville shows blitz. They bring the pressure. They set up a screen. Again, Griffin Bowman inside the 30. Ball is loose. I think Belleville's got it. Let's see. Let's see. I haven't seen any official confirmation yet. Have you seen? Yes, there it is. Now they're having a conversation. Let's take a look here. Belleville ball.
Here we go. Another screen pass here. Cross screen. Really good job of getting him in an open space. And it's the guys you don't see that are going to strip it out. And that ball is clearly out. Griffin Bowman's knees are up. And that is a live ball. Belleville answers when they need it most.
I believe Raymond Smith, who's made plays on both sides of the ball, ends up falling on top of it. And now Belleville, a victory formation away from coming away with a dramatic 35-28 victory over the Wolves. I know the Wolves don't like this, but nothing to hang their head about. This is going to be a dangerous team, a team that's only going to get better as the year progresses. Hey, stick around for our next game time live broadcast, the Michigan-Ohio battle between Detroit Martin Luther King and Cleveland Heights. Kickoff after 7 o'clock here on the State Champs YouTube channel and with our friends from Local 4 Plus. Victory formation, 1 knee. Bryce Underwood does just that.
Underwood takes the knee.
I think Clarkston elects to use a timeout. They do. So he's going to have to take at least a couple more knees. I think the great Yogi Berra said, it ain't over until it's over. So you know that Coach Pintar and the Wolves are going to fight until the very, very end, Grant.
Absolutely, and this game has just been evident of it. I mean, just, the plays that you think that Belleville's going to slowly start creeping away. They're 1st and goal on their own 5, and then Clarkston comes away with a fumble recovery. Right, so just like you said, wait till that lady sings before you celebrate. Clarkston never gives up. Those Wolves are fighting, and they're going to fight here with 42 seconds left.
Boy, well represented here on the Clarkston side. One of the things I've noticed is a lot of the student section dressed in camouflage. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. A lot of students out here. Of course, the Belleville side well represented as well. You can see the orange on the other side of the field and really the overflow crowd. Such a great show down here. Sorry you can't be down there, but we are glad that you're here with us. Thank you for inviting us into your phones, your tablets, your laptops, whatever the case may be. Either with Local 4 Plus or, of course, on the State Champs Network. 35-28. 42 seconds left. Belleville with a 2nd down. Going to take another knee. Now Clarkston going to use their last timeout. with 40 seconds remaining. Bryce Underwood with his hands on top of his head. Look at John Kidd running out onto the field. That's what John Kidd does. Hardest working man in the business. Works like 78 men.
Providing an awesome shot. Look at the huddle, in-depth look at the huddle right there. That's pretty cool. To be able to get a camera on the sideline, on the field for these high school games, it really brings it to life.
Really cool unis by the Tigers. Especially I like the tiger like on the back of the jersey as well. Where the name should be, they kind of have that tiger head. So let's do some math here. 40 seconds remaining. Belleville faced with a third down. They're going to have a few seconds to kill, aren't they? Interesting. I'll say it again. It's not over till it's over. Victory formation forthcoming by Belleville. Wolves hanging in there. Underwood under center. Takes a step back. Not ready to take a knee yet. Now the pressure comes. He takes a knee with 35 seconds remaining. Let's see what Belleville elects to do here. I think they're going to walk it out, and that's going to do it. Don't have to take another snap. Your final score here, Belleville 35 and Clarkston 28. We take a timeout on the State Champs Network.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
What a tremendous game here today. Final score, Belleville knocks off Clarkston 35-28. Momentarily, we are going to throw it down to the field. Our own Kara Lyles down there. Kevin up here in the booth. You let me know when we can throw it down to Kara. Really appreciate the work that she does down on the field, as well as John Kidd. But Grant Perry, just a great game here tonight.
Yeah, really great game. I mean, really couldn't have asked for a better game. Both sides came out, fought hard. Belleville was in this one, pulled out the way through. Got Bryce Underwood. He's a really, really good player. Excited to see how he does it, down there at LSU and Clarkston. I mean, the fight they have. If this is any indication on what the OAA is going to do, they're going to be great this year.
Let's throw it down to Kara with a very special guest. Kara?
All right. He's got to get his gloves off first. We'll wait for you, no worries. All right, Bryce, well, you guys came out of the locker room in to start the second half, absolutely firing. 2 really quick touchdowns, yours just 12 seconds off the clock. What did you guys address in there?
Honestly, I feel like we had a conversation in the locker room knowing that we could have started off that slow again coming out in the second half. So our second half goal was to dominate, execute. So,
well, coming out of that second half, to start that fourth quarter there, your run, it was a fantastic run that you had there. What was going through your mind before you grabbed that ball?
Win a game. That was it. Win a game for my team.
And the way your season ended last year at Ford Field, what is this team's goal as you move forward?
Say it again?
After your loss last year at Ford Field, week 1 out of the way, what's this team's goal as you move forward?
Remember what we left off at. We left off with a loss, so we want to build off of that. So.
All right, thanks so much, Bryce. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Kara. Outstanding player, Bryce Underwood. Final score here tonight, And our player of the game, of course. No surprise, Bryce Underwood. The Belleville Tigers knock off the Clarkston Wolves by a score of 35-28. Lots of thanks to go out there. Of course, the best staff in the business, my broadcast partner, Grant Perry. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian. Most importantly, thanking you for inviting us into your laptops, your phones, your computers, whatever the case may be. 35-28 your final here at the PKC. Good night, everybody.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.